Okay, we should be live, in theory. Let me know. Let me know if we're live. I think we are, though. And it's just going to take a second for the window to update for everybody watching. So I'm joined by Joe Stepongzi, who is with me for the video we just uploaded. And you should open that in a new tab and queue it up if you haven't seen it for after the stream. Let me know if audio is good and all that stuff, if audio and video are coming through fine. And then we can kind of start talking about what we're doing today. So I did see someone say, we're finally going to see Buildzoid IRL. And Joe had a response for that.
Yeah, I ate him.
Yes. Buildzoid is not here.
Nope.
The previous video, Joe was with me for that, and we did a video at the Intel event, right?
Yep.
And I don't know. While people are filling into chat, I guess give kind of a primer. What's your history with overclocking? How long have you been doing it?
Probably about a decade now, 10 years. So I mostly do 3D, but I've been kind of expanding. I did the 9900K release for Intel up at the World Trade Center. It was pretty badass.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so it was pretty sweet. So except they had the blue light that was shining on you.
Hey man.
We couldn't white balance for it, so.
Yeah. That was a little difficult.
Something to think about, Intel. All right, so yeah, we're working with the 9980 XE today, and this is, I think we're probably going to end up doing like sort of start to finish LN2 overclocking. So we'll apply the LN2 pot. We'll walk through like some of the processes of pouring and overclocking, and then I think, unfortunately, Joe has instructed me that he is not going to win my battles for me. So
can't do everything for you.
So I'm going to be on my own there, but we're going to go kind of as far as reasonable today, and then I'll take that experience, and we can hopefully do some more of this stuff in the future to
without a doubt,
to rip Der Bauer in the future. So
definitely.
We'll see. Although I don't know if he actually tries, it might be a little harder.
We got to show him the American engineering.
That's right. Yes, to counter his. What is his trademark slogan?
German perfected?
Perfected German engineering.
Yeah.
If you ever see Der Bauer at Gamescom or something, make fun of him for that.
Yeah, it's quite a...
He also thinks it's a funny slogan.
It's quite hilarious, actually.
But they roll with it anyway. All right, so Super Chats are open. If you want to support us during the stream, you can send a Super Chat there. You can also go to store.gamersnexus.net to pick up some stuff like, for example, our Copper Mule mugs, which we filled. Joe's got one now, too, but we filled this with LN2 last night.
That's great.
And it was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Do not drink it if you put LN2 in it. But you can put LN2 in it. And you could probably like laugh the bottom and use it as a 65-watt CPU LN2 pot.
Yeah, we should have tried that now. We'll have to do that at a future date.
Yeah.
Because that would look definitely cool.
Yeah. So you can grab that on store.gamersnexus.net. And I think we will do some other stuff too throughout the stream. First two Super Chats. PRC...
It's Captain Planet.
PR Captain Planet, thank you. 750 NT. Don't noob it up, Joe. Go Team Joe's mom.
Yeah, it's a funny story. So I used to bench with Team AU all the time, and they came up with Team Joe's mom. It was great. They all came up with shirts. I'm still waiting for my shirt, by the way. Still never got one of those.
Get on it.
Yeah, for real.
John Bender, $5. Get this man a burrito so he doesn't eat their Bauer too.
I am kind of hungry.
Let's do one more before we kind of start out here. AD Sauron, $4.99. Overwatch needs a map maker.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't help you. I'm sorry. Tweet at Blizzard, Ron stream.
That's funny.
All right, so we've got 1,500 people loaded into chat, and I don't know. Let's start out with what, LN2 pot.
Yeah.
Start walking through the. Actually, let's just walk through what everything is first.
Yeah.
So we do have some LN2 pots on the table. This is Romans. This is the Beast. We're not going to use this today, but I intend to use this when I get going on my own. So I'll be using this at some point. You're using, what is yours, T-Rex?
Yeah, that's a Kingpin Coleman T-Rex.
So that's Kingpins.
Yeah. And then we got...
That's, I think you said that's like an early model too.
Yeah, this is like an ES model, so this is not really the same. So you could look inside, but it's not really what you're going to get. So this is kind of my pot. So.
And then we're not using these today, but they are cool, so we'll show these off. These are the... what is the model name for these?
They're the Tech 9 Fatty by Kingpin.
Okay.
Kingpin Cooling.
As evidenced by the Tech 9 on the pot. So these are for GPUs. like I said, not using these today. We kind of have enough going on with just one LN2 pot since I'm just starting. So
Yeah, we don't have that much LN2 either.
yeah, yes, we are low on LN2. Fun fact, so everybody I've spoken to, I didn't tell you this yet, everyone I've spoken to when they were like, where did you get the LN2? People in the industry, I said air gas, and all of them laughed.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so air gas delivered our LN2 container leaking LN2
Yeah, empty.
a lot. Yeah, I think we lost maybe like 40 liters or something. But yes, we do have enough for the stream though, so we're okay.
Yeah.
We are going to be a bit conservative, but other than that, I mean, you've got a lapped 9980 XE here, so
It's very pretty.
yeah. So I mean, lapping process. I think it's pretty obvious why you do this, but do you want to walk through?
Yeah, usually what I do is, so on these chips, especially since they're soldered, it seems like the chip itself kind of gets a little bit warped. So what I do is sand it off so that way I can mate the pot, so that way it can be pretty perfect when you set it on the chip. That way we don't have any cold issues, or it just works pretty well. So
You get it as flat as possible for contact.
very,
Yeah.
very, very, very flat. So we like to kill, or not kill, 99 or 2000.
Not killing 9980 XEs
Yeah.
would be ideal. Yes. Yes. So let's super chats. Any of those come in? Yes. Tarfif, $2. What CPU is it? Joe doesn't know about this meme, I don't think. For whatever reason, our chat decided what CPU is it was going to be the thing they do to bother me with during streams, because when we did the 7980XE, stream, everybody kept asking what CPU is it, because people kept joining,
Yeah.
and they kept asking.
What CPU
And
is it?
I got annoyed to the point where I was like, you know what? If you want to ask that, you're gonna have to send a super chat. Like, you're gonna have to pay me to answer that.
Yeah, don't
because
do
at
it
this
anymore.
point, it's just advertising for Intel.
Yeah, for real.
So it is not the 7. It's the 9980 XE this time. Whiskey Omega is 4K Gaming, $5. Thank you very much, Whiskey Omega. Good to see you here. UK represent. Nice to do a stream that isn't late here. Yes, we are much earlier than normally. And then Draxel Gaming, $5. Did you see my email forwarded by the store support about G-Sync monitors? There are a lot of defective ones that they won't fix or replace. No, but I will look. I'll check for G-Sync monitors in my inbox after this and see what you're talking about, because I am not up to date on that. So thank you for the news tip, though. We'll look into it. Okay, what next? You've got a torch.
Mount torch?
Yes.
Sorry.
So what is the?
Get carried away.
You were using this yesterday just to heat up the pot, I guess, right?
Well, I torch the pot a little bit to get a better interaction with it.
Right.
So when you're pouring liquid nitrogen, but I also do it if you need to heat it up, if you hit cold bug or
Right.
cold boot bug or anything like that.
Yes, it was very helpful for when I think we thought the paste might have cracked or something.
Yeah, we heat it up.
To sort of reflow the paste or something.
Yeah, basically at cold -100, the paste seemed like it wasn't working too well, so we ended up heating it up to about +20°C and
Right.
with the torch.
So we got, let's see, we had some normal chats. Robert D in chat, what gigahertz are you guys aiming for? I don't know if we really have a goal right now.
Actually, probably 5.6 at least.
5.6 at least for start.
5.6 and maybe with AVX about 5.4.
What about, we might just do normal time spy too. Get it a bit higher and non-extreme.
Yeah, we could do that if you want.
Or Geekbench or whatever, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
either
so
way.
much. Where can we get the bearded hardware shirts?
I'm still actually dealing with manufacturers on how to get them, but they will be coming soon. So if you just check out my channel,
Yeah, let me grab a
they'll be
link
over.
to your channel too. This is you. I'm gonna update the description of the stream with a link to his channel as well. Bearded Hardware. So Joe is just launching this channel, right?
Yep.
And let me link
Well,
this.
relaunch. I wanted to do it before, but
So
it's another.
find Joe's channel here. All right. So that is updated in the description. Hopefully that doesn't break the stream. And okay, what next?
good?
So we got we have the ice bucket back. This is my doing. So Joe came in and was like, "What are you doing with all those paper towels?" But
This is insulation overkill? I guess you could never overkill, but.
yeah, well, I mean the concern is I paid for those.
Yeah.
So we have two Titan RTXs they're insulated. They have water blocks on them. If you saw the previous video, we sort of set it up there. This runs to the Mora 3 radiator. which is a water cool product. I don't remember what this costs, but water cool makes some really high-end liquid cooling parts like this one. So this is functionally a car radiator in size. Although they'll get mad at me if I call it a car radiator. And,
really? That's funny.
Yeah, because it's all like custom made, and so they.
Well, it's probably better, to be honest. I think it's like you're kind of dissing it if it's not. If you don't say it's like a better quality product.
Yeah, and then we're gonna fill this with ice in a bit. We used some LN2 to refreeze the water last night, and that helped when we're being lazy. But so there's
slacking.
Yeah, so there's that. No pot on the motherboard right now. This is what is it, 180 liter tank?
It was supposed to be 180.
It's supposed to be 180
yeah.
liter tank.
Technicalities.
Yeah, it's about empty right now, but we have a 30 liter dewar on the floor, and basically we use this transfer hose, which these I learned last night are very expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like
hoses are usually.
Yeah, it's yes. This one was 200, or a similar one to this, $260 when I went to buy one last night, and we just use this to transfer into the dewar. The tip you had for me was kind of keep a hand on it while you're filling at first, so that it doesn't like fly up and hit you in the face.
Yeah, fun fact. One time I ended up opening it up, and it's almost hit me in the face, and ended up breaking a big, giant glass door and smashing everywhere. It was kind of
at a hardware manufacturer.
Yeah, Gigabyte OC lab actually. That was me.
So that's the tank. It's much lighter now. Just to give you an idea for how heavy liquid nitrogen is, because I had no idea. This was difficult for me to do yesterday, and yeah, I mean it's a little heavier than water per gallon. So, and then this is 30 liters, which Joe is better equipped to lift than I am. Okay.
You want some help? Here you go.
So,
you got that?
Yeah, I think Joe does that with one hand, but
pretty much.
Show off.
Yeah. I was trying not to make it look bad. Didn't work.
So that's the dewar. Do you want to tell people about like what this is, why it's special?
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Yeti cups or anything, but it's an insulated dewar. So basically you have liquid nitrogen and it's sealed inside, so that way you get no condensation on the outside. This will basically protect it, or not protect it, but keep it so it doesn't evaporate for a long period of time.
Yeah, so what is the kind of the, I mean, if we filled this and we just walked away from it, how long until you think it's all gone?
This one, usually because of the top, so liquid nitrogen just builds pressure naturally. So if you have a decent tube at top, this one can last probably about 2 weeks, no problem.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, with just a little evaporation.
Right.
But better than that thing.
Yeah, well, it's got a sticker on it that says the hiss you hear is normal, which to some extent is true because it does need a pressure release.
Yeah, but not all day.
Yes, not all day. Yeah, and we should note that too in terms of, I mean, safety. LN2 is fairly safe overall, but can be a little dangerous like that if it doesn't have a pressure.
Yeah, it could technically explode.
Right, right.
Yeah, which is definitely you got to be careful for.
Yeah, and then pouring. So I learned yesterday that getting it on skin actually doesn't hurt all that much.
No, you can as long as basically the method I use is about soaking. If you don't soak something, then it's not that dangerous.
Right.
So you got to be you still got to be careful, but as long as you're just like kind of just rinsing off, it's kind of like water. So if you just splash a little bit, it's not going to do much. But as soon as you soak something, that's when you can get dangerous.
Like clothes, like if you get in you said your socks, right?
Yeah, if you wear socks and you drop a bunch on the ground when you're transferring over, that kind of hurts.
Right.
And it burned. The funny thing is, it kind of burns exactly like hot does. You know, like if you were to take this torch and burn yourself, it's very similar.
Yeah, yeah. So with these, we didn't talk about these at all. These are, I guess, just sort of thermoses.
Yeah.
Nothing special with these. I mean, you get them at any store for camping, basically.
These ones I think I got at Target.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, so one of them has like a metal handle though. And so I learned yesterday when I was transferring that holding it by the metal part of the handle, if you get LN2 on there,
it hurts.
It'll stick to your skin. Yeah. It does not feel great.
I forgot to tell you that. I guess you learned your lesson.
I learned. Yeah, not too bad though. All right, so let's see what.
Oh, also, you want to talk about, so even with liquid nitrogen in closed spots, you have to be careful. So basically, it sucks out the oxygen over time. So you want to be careful because you can pass out and potentially
Die. Yeah.
So one of the ways we actually test to see if there's oxygen in the air is go like that. If your torch can't light, then you need to get some air in the room.
Yes.
So just a little safety thing there if you're going to do liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, I don't suspect many people will be copying this at home, but if you do, be aware of the safety, obviously. And then Bill Zoid, when he first was telling me about LN2 overclocking, he just said, if you start to feel dizzy, leave the room or stop and get
I've been there,
air.
done that, actually.
Because if you pass out, you might not get up. So, but overall, it is pretty safe. You just need to be aware of.
Yeah, it's not like I get people that always ask that say, "Oh, is it going to blow up or is it going to flammable?" Flammable is actually the best one. When people say it's like, no, I could probably put a fire out with it. To be honest.
Right.
So,
all right. So let's check super chats and stuff for a second. So we got a couple in. We have Jeremy, $2. Lol, Steve, you seem super happy today. Well, I've got the overclocking celebrity Joe Stepongzi with me. So, of course, naturally.
Come on now.
ChronoWorks, $5. Tell Panasonic that she is the best camera.
She's the best camera.
Sorry, Andrew. You don't get any credit. just the camera.
You're the best camera.
Bazinga X, $2. Which CPU did you say it was? Joke's on you. You paid me $2 to answer that. Thank you, though, for the support, of course. It is the 9980 XE, and the one we have in there presently is actually mine, the sample I have. So it is not lapped, and it has some pretty big core-to-core deltas, which will not help us today. But we're going to use mine and see how far it goes. Max Samson, $5 Canadian. Thank you very much, Mac. Still need to know if you got Snowflake an RGB collar. No, she does not have an RGB collar. Snowflake is better than that. Thank you. a non-nano, $2.
Ban the RGB.
Yeah. Love you guys. Keep up the great stuff. Thank you. Scott Clulo, $5. No message. Thank you. Motorsport NEJ, good to see you again. $5. I have a spare LN2 phase separator. I'll send an email. Maybe can save you some money. Okay, sure. Send me an email. I'm buying stuff, so that we may be interested. Lurik, $50. Central North Carolina represent. Good to see you, Central North Carolina. I'm sure you're somewhere here. Otherwise, that would be weird to say. Eric R, $5. Would the results from today's overclock apply towards RipJ2? No, so we are not doing RipJ response here. This is just like me learning how to do LN2 overclocking. We might not do time spy extreme for all of it either. We're just gonna kind of walk through the basics.
Yeah, you gotta crawl before you walk, right?
Right, see how far it goes. So we are not applying this towards RipJ. However, if we do end up beating Roman at some point now or in the future, most likely in the future, then I reserve the right to apply that towards Rip Roman or Rip Der Bauer.
I like that idea.
Yes, and then he might actually try instead of just flying to Taiwan and having Elmore do it all for him.
Oh, touche.
All right. Oh yeah. So I mentioned that we just mentioned this before the stream. Paul, the bearded one, Downing.
Nice.
Like
it.
Says, where's the signed posters at? Can't find them on the store. So I think we were just talking about this just because this is kind of a special event. I don't know, you want to sign the posters with me? We'll do some autographed posters. So if you grab them on the store, it's that one right there. Andrew can get a shot of it, maybe without it. We'll see if the glare's in there.
Yeah, the glare's bad.
But it's a video card anatomy poster, so it's got like all the components labeled if you want to know what they are. And Joe and I will sign them, I guess, if you buy during the stream. And you can pick them up. I don't know what we'll write on them yet. But the last time I did this, we did a RIP LTT poster. And so we did it because I accidentally beat Linus's score in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I meant to stretch it out for an hour.
Whoops.
That's what I said. So like half the posters were like hashtag RIP LTT. Oops.
Yeah, oops is good.
Sorry, Linus.
I don't know, maybe we'll come up with something good with this one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens and we'll figure out what to write on them.
Yeah, for real.
But if it's just the normal poster, so if you just buy the poster, then during the stream, has to be during the stream, then we'll sign them before Joe goes back. And of course, subscribe to his channel, Bearded Hardware, if you haven't already. I linked it in the description below. Okay, so let's get started with something. Mounting the LN2 pot?
Sure. Let's see. Obviously, take your nice LN2 pot, put it on.
So you've already got the threaded rods on there.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, yeah, let's go over that real quick. So I have the threaded rods. I have a heater underneath. Basically, just some paper towels around. We have some foam insulation with Vaseline underneath it. So we're going to be using Vaseline as the insulation. Let me see. I got to wrap that there.
And then these, the heater, so the socket heater, it's not plugged in right now.
No,
but
it'll be turning on about minus 50.
Right. So what do you typically use that for?
Well, it's to keep the setup nice and dry. So it helps to bench a little bit longer, depending on like what chip you're using. So I find with the bigger platform, especially when you're going to do 3D, it helps to keep the CPU benching longer. So
right.
So that's it. I usually put it on about minus 50 and then pop it off under minus 50.
And then we've got a lot of insulation. So this is in the video that's up. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. Cue it for after the stream.
Yep.
But so insulation, you did Vaseline all over the board, right?
Yep. Going back to Vaseline, to be honest. I used to use liquid electrical tape, but I was just tired of applying it all the time.
Yeah, well, we use the kneadable eraser, and it sucks.
That one's a pain in too. To be honest, I think liquid electrical tape is actually better than the eraser.
Okay.
But it's in between. I still can't stand doing it. But
yeah, so Vaseline insulates it. I mean, do you bother cleaning it when you're done, or you just let it sit?
Well, you probably should after a while. I feel like Vaseline kind of collects hair and dust and dirt, beard hair.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
But after a while, I want to wash it. So you can either do like what Roman does and throw it in the dishwasher, or
and get your girlfriend to help. He didn't even know what settings. He had to get her to use the overclock
dishwasher. How do you
dishwasher.
use a washing machine? Maybe we should have done that video, huh? Rick DeBauer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been good.
So you can wash it off in there. You found ultrasonic?
Yeah. So Vince from Kingpin Cooling. They have a. I don't know. It's kind of ingenious. I can't believe we haven't thought of it earlier. To be honest, it's called an ultrasonic cleaner. So I think they use it for like dentists and all different. So you can actually literally pop the board in there, and just watch it, and it literally does not even take off the paste, and it just cleans the board like it's brand new.
Okay.
Probably even better than the factory. It's what's crazy about it. So.
Yeah. So we need to get some of that, I think.
Yeah.
And then bottom side, so you've got some just foam here, I guess, right?
So underneath the heater, there's like a big thermal pad. You can buy them at Kingpin Cooling. It's to transfer the heat, and then underneath that is just basically foam insulation, so that way the board sits on, and there's obviously a whole layer of Vaseline underneath there.
Yes, right. So, yeah, I guess biggest concern is protecting against water dripping onto the board.
Well, it's not so much dripping, it's more of a pooling. So if the water starts building up around, it can short stuff, and then all of a sudden the board will just start acting funky.
Right.
And it could also kill the board.
Yeah, so, and you experienced that at the Intel event too. Right.
I had a board die,
Yeah.
That's bad insulation. The humidity was very high that day.
Yeah.
We were basically in a cloud.
Also, the restrictions in that building were not too helpful.
Yeah, it was kind of a pain. They wouldn't let me do the torch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get it out.
Is that how you tried to convince them to let you do it?
we were basically hiding them.
She just starts, what do you mean I can't do this?
Yeah, yay! No, we were like kind of like standing in between, like hiding it, trying to. And then the guy came and he didn't like it that much. They said they would shut down the whole event if we didn't give them the torches. Or get them out of the building, which is kind of crazy. But it's also the World Trade Center, so you kind of expect it.
Yeah, you can believe that. There's a good reason. So then these are M4 threaded rods, and you just have these in the socket where they normally go, I guess.
No, it's in the heater itself. They screw into the heater.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of. So he used to have like just a metal plate, so now he just replaced it with a heater.
I see. Okay.
And then it just screws right in.
Gotcha. Anything else on the board prep side? I think that's most of it.
I think that's most of it.
Insulation around the socket. We have some of the foam that I bought from Kingpin around the socket
just the armor.
well.
Yeah, it's basically Armaflex. Most people in the industry know what it is. Actually, I think it's over here.
Yes.
Let me show you. It's much easier. You can actually get it at Lowe's or like any of the hardware.
Here's a good comment.
It's usually an AC heating.
In chat, I've seen this one before. I don't know how to pronounce your name, like Mijosis. I'm still puzzled why you guys don't use conformal coating spray to exclude condensation like most of the industry.
Well, here's the thing. So it's not that we don't use it. We actually do use it, but the problem is to prep the board. It's kind of a pain. You basically you can't have conformal coating inside the memory socket, and it's kind of just a pain to apply. It actually takes longer because you got to tape up the board and be meticulous with it. And then if you ever want to resell the board or anything, or maybe put it in a daily system, it's kind of it doesn't work. So
Right.
we're trying to do something that's only temporary, that only stays there for a little bit, and not like for the life of the board.
We have, I'm trying to find where this thread started.
Which one?
Dan Kopp is in chat.
Oh, Daniel. Slacker.
And so Dan's in here somewhere. I haven't seen his messages yet. I'm scrolling up right now. Der Bauer's in here. Actually, Hardcore Overclocking's in here. Buildzoid.
What's going on, guys?
All great people. You should follow them if you don't. Buildzoid says bench meet in Germany to take down all the 3D marks. I don't know if he's talking with
I love
Roman
Germany.
or
We should all go.
I'll go.
Yeah. We should all do it.
I don't think we're invited, but I'll go.
No, we'll go anyway. We don't need an invite. We're going there anyway.
I mean, we've got a chat log. We'll find out where they're meeting and
That's
we'll
right.
show up.
We'll find it.
So hello to the real XOCers. Roman, you'll be sad to know I don't think we're ripping you today, but I would like to wait until we use your LN2 pot for that.
Yeah, we beat you with your own pot. It's even better, right?
But yes, Der Bauer, if you don't know who he is, he's on YouTube as well. You should follow him. Bearded Hardware here on YouTube. Buildzoid's got a channel, actually, Hardcore Overclocking, and Dan Kopp is, I'm sure, out there somewhere. I'm not sure if he's on YouTube or...
I think it's just Facebook. I don't
Just
know if
Facebook?
Yeah.
Another overclocker, though. You should follow all of them. Okay, so we've walked through the whole board prep. I'm sure all the XOC guys are like, oh my god.
I know. Stop it.
Get to something interesting. but
Yeah.
this I think is interesting to a lot of our audience. So.
Yeah, no, well, they've seen it before many times, actually. So we're going to mount the pot.
And you have, what do you have on there, Cryonaut?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to test it out.
So we're going to try out Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut today for this one. So Roman can
Yeah, I figured we can.
quit crying.
Yeah. we'll throw Roman a bone on this one. I have a lot of Grizzlies, so might as well use it.
It's good.
No, it is good
Cryonaut's
stuff.
really good.
I'm not hating.
Some super chats coming in while you're doing that. So we
Sure.
got, let's see. We got Paul the Beard. Lucky Barker, $20 Canadian, no message. Thank you, Lucky. Zaros, $5, no message. Thank you, Zaros. We appreciate it. Rodney Lloyd, $50. A novice PC enthusiast here. I really enjoy GN's informative and balanced presentations. Well, I appreciate that. This will be a little bit, I don't know, we've got some good information in here actually so far. So if you're into this kind of stuff, then you might be able to walk away knowing enough to try it yourself. Unlimited Power 88, $10. Thanks, Steve, for the awesome live stream. Your channel inspired me to build my 9900K custom system after a decade of mobile games and iPads. Keep up the great work.
On iPads, huh? Interesting.
Man, I am. If I have any position in doing that, then
High five.
I'm glad to take
I agree.
credit for it. Yeah, welcome to PC Gaming.
For real.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Thank you for the super chats, guys. And as I said, if you want a signed poster from the stream, we don't know what we'll write on it yet. We'll figure it out based on what goes wrong.
See how it goes.
Yeah. But you can grab one, just one of the GPU teardown posters on store.gamersnexus.net, and I'll try and shout you out if you order one, but no guarantees if we have too much volume. So you've got that mounted now. Now you're going to insulate it?
Yeah, so usually I just do a little snug, so that way the pot can't move. Most people ask me, how hard do you push it down?
Right.
My snug might be a little bit different than yours, just saying.
Yeah, and you want to be careful of too much, right? Too much mounting pressure.
When I first was starting out, my hands, I got a little carried away sometimes. You're crushing stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to be a little careful.
Well, I think,
it is a computer component.
Yeah, and Jay had a problem. We've done this in the past, not for LN2, but for other coolers, where if you over tighten it, it just won't boot. And I don't know if it's like a sensor or if it's just...
It depends on the chip. Like, so if you do like, say you take like a 6700K, like their PCB is so thin, it's like a potato chip, it bends. So you basically kill the chip because it ends up going like this. So with other ones, it depends on the board. If you're going way too hard on the board, you're probably like disconnecting some type of...
right, yeah.
So you have to be careful. You don't want to go too hard.
How's our liquid metal looking?
I don't know, it always makes me nervous, huh?
It's okay. Yeah, we're good. So we have liquid metal on the shunts, but there's so little of it. It's like kind of dripping. So
Steve wouldn't let me mod him. It's his fault.
Yeah. Yes, that is my fault. I'm fine with that. Maybe in the future, but we might actually want to reclaim these for testing. Yeah, so we've got liquid metal on there now on the shunts. It's at this point it's been on there for a while and they've been moved around. So I doubt we're getting much more than an extra like 3% performance out of it.
Yeah.
But it's something, I guess. We got a store order from Jonathan in North Carolina, actually. Thank you, Jonathan. Won't take too long to get to you. Picked up a video assigned poster. Much appreciated. And then let me read one more here. We got one from Berend from Deutschland, who picked up a GPU poster as well.
I feel like we're going to be signing a lot.
I didn't see any orders from Roman, though.
Yeah,
I'm kind of disappointed. I'll send you one for free.
Yeah,
Roman.
there you go.
When we actually do a Rip Their Bower stream later, we can sign it giant. I did that for Linus.
That's a good idea.
Right across the middle, I wrote "Rip LTT." Sorry, Linus, and I sent it to him.
Did he post it and like show it? Or
I don't know if they ever did anything with it. They probably threw it out.
The sensitivity meter is high.
All right, so why not the GPU on cold? Well, we're just gonna chill it with water for now. I mean, we've got the LN2 pots here, but I was like, let's see how this goes first, and then we can risk my cards.
Yeah, but number one, is not enough LN2 really.
Yeah, we don't have enough LN2.
We would go through LN2, that container, probably in 10 minutes.
Right. Parzival, $2. We will give you $1,000 if you cut your hair. $2 isn't a very convincing start, and also you're gonna have to go way higher than that.
Yeah.
Way higher. All right.
I wouldn't even take $1,000 to cut the beard. Come on, man.
No way. Takes too long.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so you've got the pot mounted. What do we need to do? Do we want to fill this with ice?
Might as well. You might want to do it because
Yes.
I tend to spill it everywhere. I don't know how that works.
I'm the pro at ice.
You're the pro at that part. Let me grab one. You want to do two?
Yeah, let's do two.
Oh, careful. This one?
Oh, okay. Oh, it's open.
Yeah, no, I dropped it just to kind of do it, and it basically exploded.
Gosh.
Yeah. I seem to have a problem with ice. Ooh.
It's fine. something fell down in there.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna add ice to the cold water. It's gonna be loud for a second. Sorry, guys. This stemmed from people in our chat begging us to add one ice cube to a reservoir when we were overclocking the Intel Hades Canyon NUC. Because I was having trouble getting like an extra 50 megahertz or something I wanted. And so everyone in chat said, add an ice cube.
One ice cube?
Yeah, I think we actually ended up doing it later too.
No, ice is actually, it actually helps quite a bit.
It does, but I don't know that one ice cube.
No, one ice cube is not going to work. It'll probably melt right away.
All right.
Okay, there's another thing you should try. You throw an AC unit in one and do the same thing.
Yeah, Jay does that.
Yeah. Well, if you put the AC unit and submerge it to keep it cold, and then basically go through and do the same setup, but you need a bigger cooler.
Right.
A lot of the guys use like foam coolers and stuff. One of those cool little tricks that we used to do back in the day.
That was some really cold ice.
There you go.
All right.
You got that pump on?
Nope.
The pawn one?
Oh, actually, yeah, it should be on.
Okay.
I'll check. Let me see. So we have a pond pump in here, yes, it is plugged in.
Yeah, to circulate the water.
Just gets the warm water a bit away from the radiator. That's actually from Richie C. He's another overclocker.
Good idea, too.
They want us to add salt. We've done that. I did that in the last one. It lowers freezing with the salt we have by about 8 degrees maybe. And I don't know, that's really
Was it worth it compared to what we did yesterday?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's because it's hard to know how much to add to, and then
Well, the problem is the cleanup, too.
the cleanup sucks because then we have like that. I don't want to ruin the radiator, and it does start rusting in some of the steel parts.
Yeah, I agree.
So-
Salt kills stuff. When I'm out on my boat all the time in the Gulf, I have to basically wash it off, and because otherwise salt just deteriorates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very destructive. It's
Yeah.
not worth it for today.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we got the ice in there. We're kind of on a clock for this. So let's. What's next? Turn it on.
Well, we need some LN2.
LN2.
So.
We haven't. Oh yeah, we haven't even.
Nah, you
demonstrated
gotta
this.
pour them into the containers to be able to transfer.
Yes.
I'll give you the plastic one so you don't hurt yourself.
Okay, thanks.
This is gonna be funny to watch.
I've gotten better at it.
Actually, yeah, he's gotten way better. We should have recorded the first time he did it. It was
I
even
think we
better.
did, but I don't think it made it into the video.
Didn't make edit. Pass that up.
Did you cut that, Andrew? You did, right? The first one?
You might have to do a highlight.
Yeah, we'll have to do it.
I remove this out of the way.
So this what does this have a name? I mean, it's just a cap with foam in it, and you
It's
said
a foam cap.
Expensive, right?
It's ridiculously expensive. I think these ones were going for like 150 or something like that. I was like, for a piece of foam and plastic, for 150 bucks.
Also, this is the official way to do it. You put it on an office chair with wheels that can't lock.
Well, it's easier to basically try to pour it from a higher point than it is to try to do it from a lower point.
And then I've been moving it back as I tip it, because otherwise it'll fall off the chair.
Yeah, we don't want to waste LN2.
Like that?
Yeah. I think, is that where all our LN2 went?
Might be. That in the air on the truck on the way over here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much where it was.
Yeah, that's where it was. All right, there you go.
Come on, give me this.
Cute.
Here's a, put the cap back on so we don't lose more liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
The cap actually works pretty good. It's actually well worth the 150 bucks, to be honest. Because this little container on here stops it and filters out, so when it relieves pressure. I have other ones that just have this, and it actually goes through a lot. And
if you're filling these all the time, like, it's definitely worth the money. Cause, So just so everyone knows that this tank over here, this was always my question when we went to events. I'd always ask, what does it cost?
Yeah.
And this tank was like $350, $360, something like that. For the
well,
LN2.
that's delivered, actually.
Delivered, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It depends on who you go through. Air gas tends to be more of the pain in the rear, you know, compared to the others. I have one in my garage sitting right now. I paid about $200 delivered.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And I don't have to go through all their stipulations, so I actually just put it in my garage. And with them, they won't deliver to residential.
Yeah, so this, if it arrived properly full, I guess would have lasted us the whole weekend. So you get like 2 days out of it roughly, at least for the pace we were going. So yeah, 300 something. The tank is ours. That's, I think there's a deposit on it, and then
I think a rental.
Back. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you ever want to get into it, try to stay away from air gas. So if there's another company, you want to try that, and then maybe go to air gas if you have to.
Right.
So
they were just easy for us. So that's filled. Do you want me to fill another one?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
We'll go through pretty quick.
And then what are we going to start with? You going to start getting the pot cold?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll wait. Well, I guess I can start off right now. It's kind of fun to watch you board.
Thanks. It's because I'm good.
At least for me.
You're trying to learn from me, right?
Yeah. Learn not how to do it. It's almost like watching a J video, you know? Just kidding.
So just so everyone knows, in terms of, and this was my biggest question, so when I started doing this, I was a little scared of, how much is it going to hurt when I miss? And it really doesn't hurt that much. Like I said, if I'm touching a metal part of the handle and I got LN2 on it, that kind of burned a little, but it goes away. Like you said at the beginning of the stream, you just don't want it to soak, right? Yeah,
you'll see it so usually when I'm benching, like when I did the Vantage World Record last year, you'll get burns and stuff just from pouring so quick. So he's doing it pretty slow, but he's still learning.
Yeah.
But you'll end up getting like slight burns, but it's nothing anything that's gonna really mess you up.
Also, try not to lose a bunch of it to the carpet right now.
Yeah, especially when we're low on LN2.
Yes. Yeah, we have about 30 liters, I think, to work with.
Yeah, so 30 liters is going to go pretty quick, so we're going to try to pace it out a little bit.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is bring the temperature down to around minus 50.
We're at 20-something right now, I think.
Yeah, about 20. So what I'm going to do is just start bringing it down.
Don't worry, I'll turn the AC on. That'll help a lot. Bringing it down 2 degrees compared to the minus 196. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to kick off the cards. We have 2 power supplies right now. Actually, this one is.
And the pump should be going as well. Yes.
Yeah, it is. I can hear it.
So water cooling pump just kicked up. That's that's an EK dual DDC. We've got a reservoir, and then the 2 cards for the loop.
Yeah, we're going to boot up. So I'm just booting up default. We don't need to do something too hot. And then what I'll do, around minus 50, I'll do all my LN2 voltages. That way we have some cold. If you go too much voltage too quick, when the temperature is not cold, you can kill your chip, which is a $2,000 chip you don't really want to do.
Yes.
So
that one is mine though, not yours. So
I know, even better. I love them.
I think you're booting into Windows. Is that what you want right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so let me get some super chats while you're starting that off. We have Got unlimited power. Scarlet Tech, $4.99. Thermal pad testing still a go. Like I said, waiting on some ICX 20 series cards. I think we just got one though. Lucky Barker, $2. Thank you, Lucky. Bazinga X, $5. Which dual system case second ITX would you recommend? Corsair 1000D into Elite. What's that?
20. No, I was just looking at the temp.
Oh, we're at 20?
Yeah, because I'm showing it so the camera can see it better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a thermocouple reader over there. I haven't tested a lot of them. Into Elite I can't comment on. I don't know. Corsair 1000D is huge. I don't know. The only one I've used is the Evolve X, and we thought it was fine. It's a bit, I think, over expensive, but it's fine quality. It's just way too expensive. But the Evolve X was pretty good though. J Dantara 100. I'm not sure what currency that is. Thank you. Tullius at Chatul Durlavji represent. I'm so sorry for how I said the name of that place, but thank you for the contribution.
You butchered that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Marwin Reimer, $5. Greetings from Germany. I'm enjoying your videos. Feeling donk. Johnny Nimble, $10 Canadian. World's best daytime cooking show. Kind of is a cooking show, I guess.
Yeah, for real.
Little,
we should have throw some ice cream in there, you know?
Yeah, you could make
cream.
it. We were talking about that when the LN2 guy showed up, and he said two things to me. One was, "What are you doing with this?" And you had a better response than I did. Yours was drag racing computers.
Yeah, it's pretty much the typical question, like, "What are you doing?"
Right. Yeah. Especially when they say it's not a welding shop. Right?
Yeah. Well, the next question is like, how do you guys ride the computer around?
When you drag race it.
That's the best one I get. It's quite hilarious, actually. Then I have to go into the point where it's like it.
Right.
We
it's
don't
not
ride
literally,
computers.
yeah.
Because I know they look at me and they're like, "How does your big ass fit on a computer?"
Are they both RTX Titans? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$5,000 worth of.
Yes,
GPUs?
worth of reasons to be careful. Yeah. The other thing the guy said to me was he saw the lights and the camera. He said, "This looks like a porn studio."
Oh man.
And I said, "Well, we film videos for YouTube, and I guess it's like computer porn for nerds." And I said, "Wait, seriously?" No.
It's hardware porn. You think YouTube would love? I should have changed the channel to that.
Yeah.
Hardware porn.
I think you would kill your search rank if you did that, sadly.
Yeah.
They probably would not like that. Guy Fox, $20, thank you. Don't cut your hair, it is what makes gamers Nexus. Wow, thanks. By the way, what's your preferred thermal paste for generic air or water use? I use Cryonaut, but is there something you prefer instead? Cryonaut's good. I mean, for a lot of air, it doesn't matter all that much. It's more about the curing time, and cryo doesn't really cure, so I like it for long-term use. They have been a sponsor of us, so I'll mention some others as well. I mean, KPX is really only something you want to use for this kind of stuff. It's fine, but it's not like a mainstream paste. You could use Arctic is fine, but ultimately there are not too many differences when you're under air because you're talking single-digit degrees max. This, however, there's a difference on what paste you use, right? Because it'll crack, I guess.
Yeah, well, for the temperature range you're at, you want more of like a silicone based.
Right.
So like liquid metal, as Jay learned, you don't use with liquid nitrogen, or I think even dice, to be honest.
It's kind of an inverse.
Yeah.
Like the colder liquid metal gets, the less effective it is, and once you start going sub-zero, it just doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, if you want to kill stuff, that's what you do. All right, so now we're at -50. I just enabled the heater, just plugging in the PCIe. It's pretty easy.
How expensive is LN2? That 180-liter tank we have was, for me, a little over $300. Joe's paid in the 200s for his.
Yeah, it all depends on your local distributor.
Right.
So if you ever want to get it, you go to a welding supply place. Just try to stay away from America.
Move the wire in front of the temp sensor, they're saying. I think that's just in the way, in the way of the readout.
Yeah, we'll do this.
Not too important, though.
These probes are kind of a pain. So.
Can I use a thermal pad instead of thermal paste? I would not recommend it.
Well, isn't Roman coming out with a new one?
Yeah, but that's not.
But it's
even
just for
he was,
longevity,
yeah,
right?
he was like, this is not for performance, it's for endurance. Which is pretty cool that he's so straight about it. Like, I mean, a lot of the manufacturers just won't tell you that.
Yeah, that's a good part, right? Let's see. When it's a little bit colder, going
4,700 on the stream right now.
only.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Although Jay kicks our ass with viewers on stream. He's like 12,000 when he does
We need to make it bigger.
it. Yeah.
Let's see. Minus 60. Getting there. Actually, where's those little ones? These are a lot easier to pour.
And we have to pace ourselves a bit here because we don't have too much LN2.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Trying to be as efficient as possible.
Chris Zerker, $5. Someone
didn't
asked
help.
me. Yes, very efficient. Someone asked me if you could just submerge the rig in LN2 since there's no air to condense water on it. Would it just get too cold to function?
The problem is it's not like, it's the other components, not just the chip, that could have a problem. So usually you want to try to keep everything else on the board, like memory, for instance. You don't want it to have it too cold; it will bug out. The Samsung memory just doesn't. Most of them don't like cold. You have to keep them at positive temps. So you kind of have to isolate the different components to be able to actually overclock it. It would be nice if you could just do that, but unfortunately you can't.
It's not that easy.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. The screen. Man, I need my eyes checked.
Well, it is a 4K screen.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Elite.
Elite. So Elite is a software utility we're using for the EVGA X299 Dark, which is the platform, the motherboard we're using. And unfortunately, Elite is does not really scale that much with this screen, so
Yeah, so
you're not really going to be able to see it on camera. But
yeah, it's a little tough.
or if you're Joe, you're not going to be able to see it either.
Yeah, I'm blind. I'm old. I need my bifocals. Not really, but sounds good.
Hang on, I can help with this.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we'll go right to about 5.4.
Does this help?
No, it's actually the inverse. So what we'll do is we'll just do a quick 5.4. What do you want to bench?
Let's start with Geekbench just because it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Because times.
It's not that pretty though. Like you can only see so much.
Yeah, well, let's start it just to see if it works.
Yeah, there you go.
I got to do some super chats too. Let me do this one first. Jeffrey Ferris, $99.99. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. That will help pay for after YouTube's cut like a fourth of the LN2 tank. So thank you. Much appreciated. Let's see. Equin Starbeat, $5. Any updates on the viewer sent CPUs? Also, any preference between MAP gas and butane? I'll let you take that
MAP
one.
gas goes a higher temperature, so you want to use MAP gas basically.
Okay.
It will. I think it burns higher. So it basically you want to do MAP gas. It will. When you want to heat up, you'll see in a little bit when I go. Actually, it's probably around that time. Oop. Breaking shit already. Whoops. No, I'll show you in a little bit. You definitely want to go MAP gas.
Okay.
Butane doesn't burn as high, so or as hot.
Updates on viewer sent CPUs. We've had a video filmed for like a month and a half of it. We're just kind of waiting for a lull in the content. So we do have an update. And Patrick recently sort of arranged, though, he sorted through the ones we can use for testing. So we're actually going to use a lot of your CPUs from viewers for retro testing, which will be really fun. And then the rest that were damaged, he pulled aside to make like an art piece out of like some old CPUs. So we're gonna make some pixel art.
You know, I have a ton of dead hardware from all. I was actually.
You should make your own.
That's what I was thinking about doing. I literally have boxes of like graphic cards and stuff that are need to be put to rest.
Well, I mean, like Der Bauer said in the comments of the last video, rip Der Bauer, more like rip CPU when Joe is involved.
Yeah. Hey, if you're an extreme overclocker, you've killed stuff. If you haven't pushed hard enough. Plain and simple.
So what are we doing right now?
I'm waiting for the pot to empty. It's at minus like 65. I want to heat it up and torch it. I forget, it's like the leading-proof effect. So if you torch it up, and it gives like a glaze, so that way you can manage the pot better. Okay. So right now, the more I pour, it's not going as cold, so really, it's not reacting as.
It really is a cooking show. The viewers are right.
I know,
we just need a light glaze on the LN2 pot.
I wish I could do
you feel like
that.
Martha Stewart yet, minus the jail?
I was thinking the one lady where she's like, "Oh, you gotta do this." You remember what the heck was her name again? I don't know.
I don't know cooking people.
Yeah, come on, it's like the most famous cooking person. Can't remember her name. Maybe I'm like a little bit old. That's maybe what it is. least that's my excuse.
Check
Right.
your phone.
Oh, what?
No, someone's. Let's see. One of our mods messaged me. Der Bauer is watching and is in chat. If you didn't see, and Dan Top, Noah, and Flanker.
Flanker.
You know who Flanker is?
Yeah.
Jay says check your phone. He tweeted it. Oh, okay.
Ah.
I don't see any text from Jay. And I will say, where's Jay's message? Oh, Facebook. He says, watch the latest video. A couple things. One, Vince didn't do any CPU overclocking with me. I don't think we. Oh yeah, I mean when Vince visited, I guess, right?
Well, I don't
did the
know.
GPU
He somehow
overclocking.
came up with a score that was at the top of the Hoff. I'm not.
I mean, whatever. It was just whatever you said was a joke, anyway.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
We didn't even push the 7980. Is at 4.5. That was over a year ago, so forgot most of the instruction. I don't take offense, though. If a random noob at LN2 like me can get OC folks talking, then I'm doing my job.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, like I said,
I like to just bust.
we weren't positioning this as like a Rip J either.
No.
It's just like a, hey, like the chat said, let's do a cooking show on LN2.
Cooking show on LN2.
Yeah. It's very.
No, I'm interested to see when Jay comes up with next. Because he had a decent CPU. It's pretty impressive,
Jay's,
actually.
yeah, Jay's.
I was actually
Jay's,
quite impressed, to say the least.
Well, Jay and I were talking too, like when we started.
Yeah.
This has been really educational for both of us, for Jay and I, because it's forced us to be competitive, to learn, right? To learn like more about what we're doing.
Well, as you guys learn too, everybody else gets to learn.
Yeah.
So you guys get to provide different and just show
Mostly
everything.
through
That's why I'm
mostly through
enjoying learning.
error.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. To be honest, you learn from error.
Yeah.
Right? That's the whole point. So you fail, you pick up, go again.
Yeah, and it's
Fail, go up again.
yeah, and it's a little easier for Jay and I to learn from error because most of our stuff is sponsored, so versus.
What happened to the RTXs?
The
No, I was
RTXs
just pointing. I was just pointing.
The RTXs were not sponsored.
5,000 reasons for Joe not to mod it.
To miss with your LN2 port.
All right. Let's see.
If Steve doesn't say she's Dunsky Joe once during the live stream, I'll be very, very sad.
She's Dunsky.
That is a quote from Kingpin himself at the G Skill. You were there next to him.
Yes, it was right there.
And I was doing a video with KP
Yeah.
on his Overclocker. And it had been benching for like 8 hours. It was starting to collect water. And he was having a lot of difficulty with blue screens. It's just, I mean, we had that yesterday.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just starts acting funny after a while.
Yeah, we had some memory issues yesterday.
Yeah, and another concern is you can get water in the socket, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, Kingpin said, she's Dunsky, Steve. And then it'd come back, I got her back, Steve, she's back.
That's great. You should copy that and
Yeah.
just use it and have like a button so every time
Yeah,
during
just
live stream,
soundboard.
she's Dunsky.
I need to record him saying it.
Hell yeah. I'm sure you do it. Vince is a fun guy.
Making desserts with LN2 is actually a thing. Yes. We were talking about how that would be an easier answer to what do you do with this when they arrive with it.
Yeah. If you don't want to talk to him and you kind of just want to get away,
Yeah.
just make ice cream.
Right. Unless they really
did-
like ice cream, then you screw yourself.
Oh,
So we just rebooted.
Yes, we did. Try
Yeah.
going to higher vSyn.
What was our current settings, just so we can
5437. So 54 on core,
37 on mesh.
mesh. I'm gonna try lower mesh voltage. It seems like mesh is giving us a little bit of a problem. Actually, sorry.
So here's our settings. We haven't shown these yet. 101 BCLK, 2.2 CPU VIN, 1.54 vCore. I think people are going to see 2.2 on VIN and go, isn't that high?
Well,
But
we're
that's
also
not-
cold. Yeah.
We're really cold. And
To be honest, I might actually jump that up again.
right.
So
Yes, these settings not advisable for.
yeah, you don't want to
Error.
do this when it's. I mean, you'll build up so much heat, cause problems. Don't do it, especially on a $2,000 CPU.
Yes,
Unless you get them a bunch for free.
we got one for free. And I will not get another one for free.
So you mean I can kill this one? Or not kill this one?
That's not what I mean. Thomas Anderson, $20. Steve, I had to give up my hair for a job. Please don't do the same.
Oh my gosh.
I run this job, so we're good.
Yeah.
That sucks, though. Frank R, $5. Should I keep using my delidded 79? Oh no, it scrolled away. Should I keep using my delidded 7980XE or get a 9980XE for OCing? So my stance on this in our review was there's really not that huge of a difference between the two. One's soldered, one isn't. And if you're not doing LN2, our recommendation was the 7980XE as kind of a normal overclocker or an enthusiast was easier to work with because you can delid it. It's pretty safe to delid. There is risk, but and then you can do liquid metal and get better results thermally. But I think, Joe, you liked the 9980XE because it's soldered for LN2. Right?
Yeah, it's much better as far as dealing with liquid nitrogen. So you have to delid the 7980, and basically you can you have to worry about paste underneath the IHS, and you have to worry about paste over the IHS. With the soldered one, you only have to worry about it on top of the IHS. So it makes it a lot easier.
Right.
Because there's it can be quite difficult when you're running liquid nitrogen, and paste goes, and you don't know which one it is, and then you got to clean off the paste underneath and redo it and rebuild. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
What are our settings right now?
I just lowered the mesh voltage. So what I'm going to do is.
And we're at minus 84 on the thermocouple. That thermocouple is between the bottom of the pot and the CPU, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's like the standard mount on.
Lower the room temperature, please.
It already is.
Well, let me drop it one more degree. You think that'll help?
Not really.
What do you mean?
No.
LN2 is only at minus 196. I think the extra 1 degree Fahrenheit will help.
It takes forever to.
Still got on ice, though. Although the GPU loop isn't really doing anything.
I feel like I'm all the way over here.
Hey, Steve, you aren't doing any OC. Joe's doing all the work. Yes, we can trade. I can do some GPU stuff on TimeSpy or something.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Maybe dial the get the CPU where you like it.
I did 5.4 about 36, so
Okay.
mesh is a little bit lower. I think mesh is what's giving us a little bit of the pain. So we have 5.4, 3.6 right now.
Okay, you want to pause it there and do try GPU or?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
After you, my friend.
Do you want to? So we've got chat on the right. So I read all the super chats. If you want to hit like a couple of them.
Sure.
I have not read
just
this
go down.
guy's yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So start out Wishbone if you want.
All right. So what we got? We got Wishbone. Congratulations, you have all the requirements to be able to run N64 Beetle Adventure Racing in 4K.
Wow.
Would love to see the test results.
Wow.
Any way possible. What is Beetle Adventure Racing?
It's some meme. I haven't figured it out. I haven't looked. They say it every stream though.
I'm very curious.
I don't know if by all the requirements they mean like this. Like this is what you need to run it.
Hold on, make sure you go on that CPU temperature.
Minus 66 right now. Where do you want it?
Just do minus 80.
Minus 80?
Gamers next to, okay, so next one, Aaron Louder. Can you make an in-depth video on overclocking CPU and RAM? I ask because every video only says set XMP for RAM and only touches on voltage for CPU and nothing for RAM.
That's a good question.
This is for everyday use. So
okay.
You'll probably see that on my channel too, to be honest.
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm going to be going for.
Bearded Hardware, if you want to check him out.
That's right.
So, I don't know, you want to do some, what are some basics? What do you... for this guy's question, what was this more interested in?
Well, it's a little bit different. I mean, I'll do a lot of overclocking, but for daily...
I just kind of, for daily, I just do, if I do mesh.
Yeah, you got to be very careful, though, because you don't want to start causing memory issues.
Right.
So you want to really test it thoroughly, because otherwise you can, with the memory issues, you can corrupt the BIOS, you can corrupt the OS. We
did that yesterday.
Yeah, we definitely did that yesterday. So the best thing is just go lightly on it and test it out, and maybe image your OS
just in case
to test with them.
And you can use a Acronis or something for that too.
Yeah, I actually am a big fan of Acronis. A lot of guys use Ghost. Acronis works very well, and a lot of the problems I had with Ghost is I'd lose images all the time. So with Acronis, I pretty much every image I've ever done I have. So it's good stuff.
So this I just did I'm running this window. It's just Time Spy, not Extreme right now, and I just did a, what did I do? 160 for the core, 930 offset for the memory on both cards, and then max the power, which is only 114% on the Titans, but they're a bit more powerful than the 2080 Ti. Yeah. I'm just running it windowed so we can get an idea of what temperature is the loop at, and hopefully it's under 15 degrees.
It looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, what is it? Right now it's 7 degrees for idle. It's not bad.
Let's pour some LN2 real quick.
And whose question did you read last? You got the memory
the next one. So the next one's the best channel one. You need to read that one off.
32-bit Pro, 199. Thank you. Gamers Nexus, you guys have the best channel on YouTube. Well, I appreciate that. That is a whole lot of pressure, but thank you. Parsifal, $10. Okay, $2,000, but you need to do it on stream. I'm not cutting my hair on stream for $2,000.
Yeah, you need like 200,000 at least.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come up with a lot more than that. I mean, you're talking years of work. This isn't easy. All right. 12 degrees for the GPUs right now, which is really not bad considering what we're on. We're at 12 and 13. Core clock, so we're at about 2130 megahertz, which is also not bad. We can push that a bit, I think. Memory, we're stable. I'm not seeing any artifacting at 930 offset, so we can go up on that. Oh, I need to, you want this at minus 80, you said?
Yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit. What are you at?
Minus 48.
Yeah, you need to go colder. Easy on the cold, though.
Yeah, that's empty.
Here, I got these two if you want it.
I'm going to let you do that one.
Okay.
I'm scared of that one. You can be the LN2 monkey today for a little bit.
That's his new title, actually.
I'm going to update
LN2
my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
LN2 monkey, 48 hours of experience.
Very skilled.
Now seeking opportunities.
When you come to Computex, I'll put you to work.
No,
for sure.
I'm down for that. We can do that. Steve's hair versus Nerd Nuggets Gaming. Steve's hair versus Joe's beard in a fight to the death. Who wins?
Beard wins.
Yes, we got the name from one of our commenters, Tech Odin and Tech Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're still stable for just normal Time Spy. This is doing completely fine, no issues at all. 2130 megahertz for the GPUs, looking good. Pretty hot though, 14 degrees Celsius on the GPUs. What's our CPU temperatures here too? It's going to be bugged out though, right?
Yeah, it's not worth it. So
CPU, it thinks it's -5, but in reality,
yeah, it's not.
It doesn't read below that.
No.
So. We got Motorsports, $5. Thank you, Motorsport. I get tanks for $80, but I pick up. Damn, that's
80. Yeah, but which tanks? Like usually, if I bring my 30 liters and they fill, it's about 60 to 70.
Ooh.
So
sounds better.
But that's only 30 liters.
Yeah.
So that's 180 liters.
Right.
Well, supposed to be 180 liters. Yeah.
I mean, it was 180 when it left the store.
And honestly, it really depends on your store. Like a lot of the times. Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Yes, it is progressing to the next bench.
Yeah, a lot of the times it depends on whatever your local store is. And it's really different by region. I know Airgas is set up in different regions. That's why even when we were getting it, it was like, I don't know if you have to do your own thing or...
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? Maybe they knew that it was me and they basically wanted to give you a hard time because of me.
They just have a black flag on your account.
Yes, that's probably what it is.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Make it hard for him to buy from us. We don't want his money.
That's funny.
We got a couple store orders, so... Actually, well, good amount of store. I'll do my best here to shout a few out. Yusuf from Dubai. That's pretty cool.
All right, Dubai.
We got a signed poster we're sending to actually 2 going to this person in Dubai. Thank you for picking that up, and one of the mod mats. Much appreciated as always on the mod mats. Those will be here in a couple days. They'll be shipping out soon. Jason in Texas.
Surprised you don't do autograph on those.
We do. We have an option on the mod mats.
Oh, okay.
But it's a huge pain to do, and I have to drive an hour total to do it, so we upcharge it. Yeah, it's just because I'm spending a lot of time doing it.
All right, so we passed, by the way.
Nice. So this is just normal Time Spy. I don't even know what the scores kind of are for that.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I'll just keep a screenshot so that we can see what you did. If you want an overview.
So normal Time Spy I don't really use, but 2-card normal Time Spy. So just for perspective on this one.
What do you have on the GPUs? Do you want to? Oh, you already pushed the GPUs a bit.
Just a bit. They can go more.
Why don't you do mem on the GPUs?
We can do that.
That'd probably be really good, actually.
Yeah, I can do that.
Here, I'll get.
Do you know what did you see what the score was?
I saved it.
Okay.
All right, I didn't save it, but.
Oh, I ran it custom, so it's not calculated.
Yeah, it's not going to do an actual.
Yeah. So we want to do memory a bit more, and let's just do like 1040 offset. That should probably be stable. So 1040 offset memory. There's something memory. Kingpin was teaching me about delta clocks and memory straps, and so what I learned from Kingpin, I don't know the best way to overclock the memory on this. He's certainly about 1,000,000 times better. But what I learned from him is that just getting the highest offset isn't necessarily the best, even if it's stable, even if it runs.
No, it's true.
You might get a lower score, and it might be better to step down a bit, and that's because of, I guess, there's like certain points where the memory just performs better.
Yeah, it's the amount of clocks you use. So, so if you go up at, I think it's maybe either 25 or 50, you have to play around. So, like, if you do, like, say, plus 700, right? And that's the max it will go. If you actually go down to maybe plus 695, you might actually get a better score. It's like we call it a delta clock.
Right.
So
and
it's always play around.
Yeah.
You're pretty much not on the.
We've seen this too in reviews where overclocking the memory, like on our 2060 recently, I could get it to run at like plus 900 something.
And then it's a lower score.
But, well, not only, it was lower FPS in games by
it happens.
Like 5%. Yeah, so I had to drop it down.
Well, what most people do wrong is they actually go by clocks. It's all about really efficiency and score. So you pay attention to a score, not clocks.
Yeah,
Because you could have one card that does a specific clock and then another card that does way better clocks, but the score sucks.
Yeah.
So it's more about efficiency than going by certain megahertz.
Right. Oh, thanks. Someone's reminding us LN2 lid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but we are really low on it. So.
Thank you, chat. Why you need to overclock that much? What's the utility for? We were just talking about this. Joe, everything you do is pointless.
Pretty
Defend
much.
it.
I like to slack, basically. That's
I mean,
what
it's fun,
about,
right?
Yeah.
Like it's no different than any other thing you do for fun.
Well, it's kind of even like drag racing. So why do you have to go from so fast from here to there? It's kind of pointless, right? No, because it's fun. That's the whole point. If you're not having fun doing this, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
No, because it's really frustrating if you if you let it get to you. Yeah.
You gotta have fun while you're doing it. That's the whole point.
Right. What is why are they saying F? The stream fall or something? Stream looks like it's good.
I think it was FU.
No.
I love it. Somebody just threw a U.
Why are they saying F? Is stream still going, guys?
Oh, I think this. Maybe.
Oh, because Time Spy is loading.
Well, they can't see it, so it's not it.
Is there ventilation in that room?
Everyone pressing F. What died? There's ventilation in that room?
I don't know. They're saying why all the Fs. I haven't seen anyone tell me if the stream's still up, though, but I think it is. Whatever. Is there ventilation in that room? Basically, you're going to die from nitrogen. So we were talking about this. Thank you. Stream is fine. Thank you, Sam. Great to see you. I appreciate it. This is why we like regulars like you, because I can rely on you to not give me a BS answer.
Now everybody's doing F.
Yeah, of course, because they know that I'm like, what the fuck's going on? All right.
Fight bars. I thought they.
So, are we gonna die from nitrogen, from the gas?
Well, here
is the question.
This is what I said before, right?
Yeah. He's threatening to kill me with this.
Yeah, no. So since that's able to light, that means there's enough oxygen. So when this torch can't light, you know there's no oxygen in the air.
Right.
And that's actually from more experience than anything. If you bench in like smaller rooms, there is a good chance that you can lose oxygen. So you need to make sure there's air. But since we're using torches all the time, it makes it, I don't know, it's a good measure of what to do and kind of figure out to kind of
if you need to leave the room, yeah. This is a very large space.
Yeah, there's a good enough amount of room here. I mean, we only have one tank and it's pretty much empty, so it's not even that bad. I remember, again, at the Gigabyte OC lab, we had like 8 tanks, probably in this area. Yeah,
Jay just messaged me again. Jay, I already read your message. He messaged me on via text.
Oh, nice.
Said, 100% honest, no one helped me get to that 5.9. We learned through trial and error. Also learned that past -110 we get cold bug.
Yeah. That's chip dependent usually. Yeah.
Right. He does have a good question for you.
What's up?
Ask him what he's learned regarding cold boot and how to overcome it? That's a great question from
With a
Jay's
cold
2
boot bug?
cents. Yeah, and if you don't know Jay, of course, go to youtube.com/Jay's2cents, friend of the channel. So what's your advice? I mean,
About cold boot?
yeah.
Not that many. There's not much options you can do, and otherwise, use that.
Heat the pot up.
Yeah, you got to heat the pot up. The trick is to really, when you're benching, is not hit any cold bug.
Right.
You're gonna get better clocks and better scores when you don't reboot. I know I saw this on his stream. There's a couple times when he had some issues where it would just reboot like we did before.
Yeah, we had
that
those.
causes paste issues. So next time you go, you're probably not going to be able to have a good clock, and you got to break down and repaste it.
Right. Were we running Time Spy Extreme?
Oh, I think I just switched it.
Oh, okay. Do you want Time Spy or Extreme?
Do Time Spy because I don't know. This is a new version of 3D Mark. It seems like it's a little buggy.
So we're at 10. I just increased the
Let's check
memory
it out.
offset a bit, 1080 megahertz. And
You
I
get
will,
Time Spy?
Yes, just Time Spy.
Oh, okay.
All right. Just letting Jay know that I read his message. Yeah, so Jay's 2 cents, of course. Check him out. If you haven't, he got to LN2 before us and has some good videos on it. John Peterson, $2. Shout out from Colorado. You inspired me to overclock. That is awesome to hear.
Yes.
You should subscribe to this guy. Link in the description. Bearded Hardware to get some more OC stuff. Brian Gleason, and of course others in chat. I mean, there are Bowers out there, Buildzoid, Dan Kopp, all those guys. Check them all out. Brian Gleason, $5. The temp probe wire is directly in the middle of your display for the camera's view. I think we fixed that already, though.
Yeah, that's old.
Andy, yes, you'll learn quickly that I fall behind on these.
Yeah,
Fast.
well, yeah, you got a lot of them.
Andy Shin, $20, no message. Thank you, Andy. Gabriel Seaman, $5. By PC Jesus hair and Steps beard powers combined, we create Captain Overclock. Hashtag RipJ at RipJ's 2 cents. This isn't a RipJ thing. This is just a cooking show, all right?
funny.
That's how it's good to learn. Captain Overclock. Jeffrey Ferris, we got yours, but I'll read it again. $99.99. Thank you very much.
We need to
course.
make a poster like that.
Captain Overclock. Someone, yeah, we need someone to do like some kind of superhero drawing of us.
Yes, exactly.
Combine it.
Combining.
Hey man, if someone wants to do the drawing, we'll like
with
tweet
my
it out
beard
or
and
something.
your hair
Yeah.
combined. Captain
Then
Overclock.
you have one arm that's super ripped and the other one that can't pick up a 30-liter tank.
Oh man, one arm. That is funny. One big arm, one small arm. Oh jeez.
It's just for the doer, I swear.
Just for the
It's the only
doer.
reason.
Yeah.
Matt Foker, $5. Keep up the good work. Do you guys offer office tours? Unfortunately, we do not. But I don't know. We could do
Yeah,
like a
we're gonna
video
do
on
it.
your channel or something
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna have a video on my channel about doing a little office tour.
Yeah, we'll walk around. It'll be on his channel. You should check it out. It scrolled up. Javier was the last one. Javier Flores, thank you. $50 in your currency. I don't know the symbol. Thank you, Javier. Hi, love your videos. I have not perfect English, but I can understand almost everything. Watching you from Mexico, keep up the great job. Love you. Well, thank you. Your English is perfectly fine. We much appreciate you watching, and greetings.
That's who it was.
Who?
Julia Child.
Julia Child.
Like, we're here we pour the LN2. Come on, you know, come on, you've never heard of that?
I believe that's from her LN2 special.
Yeah,
the
when she was
Christmas
cooking.
special. Yeah.
I love that one. My voice wasn't too bad either.
Yes.
Pretty
that's
spot
probably,
on.
Probably from previous years of inhaling helium or something.
That could be it.
You know, that's another thing too. Have you ever done liquid helium?
To be honest, no, because you can't do it all by yourself.
It's crazy
You
expensive,
need at least,
right?
yeah, well, it's stupid expensive. You think that was bad? Times that by 10.
Yeah.
And that's for the same amount.
Right.
And not only that, you need at least 3 people. And you need also the proper binned hardware to also do it.
To
Proper
even make use
paste,
of it.
proper CPU. Like you couldn't, like doing liquid helium on this one would be completely useless.
Right.
Because you can only go minus 110. So, but on the smaller chips, like the mainstream chips, like Z390 or 9900K, it's actually pretty beneficial.
Right.
Because you can go past that gap of minus 196.
I'll refill you here too. What are we at for settings right now? Where do you have it?
I had to reboot. Something
Okay.
happened with.
Was it my GPU overclock or was it CPU?
No, there's something with 3D Mark.
Okay, so it's your
no,
fault.
with 3D Mark, the system info just seems to not run. I wonder if we should revert to a bit an older version.
If you
Because
want.
this is the newer version. I'm gonna have to test it out.
Sysinfo
when I get back.
sucks.
You got it?
Yes.
Need some help?
No.
Let's see. All right, so we're at 5.4 again. What'd you do on
I had a
160 and 100?
1080 offset memory, 160 on the core. Core can go up higher. I do like 180 on it.
All right. Yeah, because I think we did. I think 190 was actually pretty
190 was kind of stable yesterday, depending on the test.
All right. Let's do this.
So, and do that on both of them just in case.
Yeah, I'm testing them both.
You need help? Look like you're having trouble with precision there.
I can't see. That's the problem. So what were you on the memory again?
Try 1080. Kind of questionable on that. Just type
1080? So,
1080
there you
offset,
do it. Much easier. I can barely see.
That was the plan.
Yeah, I tried to
I wanted
blind
to
me.
hinder you. Yeah. Let's do 180 on the GPU core. We'll use the placebo voltage slider. It does a little bit, but not that much. 180 on the core, just to make sure they're the same. And then 1080 offset memory. I think there was just a crash, so we don't know if that was from the GPU or like 3D Mark bugging out or what. Or
It seemed
CPU.
like 3D Mark, because we couldn't even kick off 3D Mark.
Let's run just Time Spy and see if that works.
Because I noticed even like Jay, Roman, and all them are using an older version. This is the newest version. Sometimes they introduce bugs, so.
That's what developers do.
Yeah, I'm a developer.
You know
now.
that. Okay, Scott Clulo, would you stop spilling the LN2 on the floor? We need that.
I barely. Listen, you know how much is on this floor from you yesterday? Leave me alone.
I heard that you need certain temp ranges for different voltages and frequencies. Why can't you have a super cold, low frequency overclock?
Well, again, it depends on which chip you're using. So it's a lot of the things with, so for instance, this one, the 18 core, it has a thing called, was it Favre? I forget the
Fiverr,
actual.
fully integrated
Favre.
voltage regulator. Yeah.
Favre, whatever it is. Yeah, but that actually causes cold issues on this chip. So no matter what you can do, there's nothing you can do that will actually
Time Spy is running.
make it go.
Good.
Yeah, there's something with Time Spy. See, it doesn't want us to beat anybody.
Yeah.
On Time Spy Extreme. That's what, Time Spy is a different story, but no. But on the colder one, you can go pretty much completely cold, which is nice. But you have to have certain voltages to do it. You have to basically tweak certain voltages of the chip to allow it to get colder to be able to have the cold scale. So I don't know if I answered the question, but that's
Peter Rostkiar, I think DKK, is that Danish kroner maybe? $20, thank you. You two would make a beautiful baby with your hairs.
Not sure how I feel about that
Moving on. Synergizer, $5. Signing posters today, I'm in. Winter Mod Mat's expected, putting in an order today. Joe, stop crushing shit stuff. It's counterproductive.
What did I crush?
The ladies. I don't know. I'm not sure. Putting in an order today. So Mod Mats, they are on the way to us, and then they'll be going to you. So I think we're probably receiving them this week. I paid all the customs and everything. So they should be in, I think, end of this week, probably for sure. And that means they'll be going out by the weekend, most likely. So if you do want a Mod Mat, store.gamersnexus.net. We have one on the table. And we've got those coming in shortly. Signing posters today, yes. Joe and I will be signing posters if you buy one during the stream. And that'll be the only window because he's got to go back to
Florida,
Taiwan, basically, in
terms
of humidity.
Well, it's colder Taiwan, too.
We're only 32% here, which is great for
it's actually a lot better. Mine's usually like a 70 average.
Yeah, and this isn't just like BS small talk. Humidity actually does matter for what we're doing.
For the longest time, when I first started, I would kill a lot of stuff, and I'm like, why can I only bench for 20 minutes? And these guys are benching for 2 hours.
Right.
And I started studying humidity, and I learned that where I was from had one of the highest average humidities in all of the United States. So that's pretty much how I figured it out.
You know that if like Roman's watching though, he's gonna be posting about how Joe's just making an excuse.
Oh yeah, it's that
Roman never kills anything. For example, the
never.
9980 XE that he delidded, that definitely still works.
Yeah, sure.
Did you see that video?
No, I didn't know.
He delidded a 9980 XE, and the results were not good.
Did he kill it?
Oh yeah.
No, because I ended up doing a 9900K. I deleted it, and it sure enough didn't work either. I just popped the top and.
Ours was okay, but where the solder ripped off, you could see like, man, if that were a little bit stronger, it would have pulled part of the die off or something. You know?
Wow.
Let's see.
He's got a picture of that? I'm gonna have to check that out.
Of his? Yeah.
I wanted to see what the die looks like. It probably just looks like the 7980 because it's not very different, right?
So I think some of the small caps and SMDs came off or something. Why you should not delid your i9-9980XE. There you go. So it's just missing a bunch of the SMDs.
Yeah.
But it looks the same as the 9900K underneath.
You killed it. All right, so here's another score. So we're at 19,581 for Time Spy.
Yes.
I'm gonna start
not
pushing.
bad for just kind of hacking around while
Yeah.
BSing. So our GPU, we're at 180 offset core on both. I mean, they run in NVLink, so. And then 1080 offset for the memory. We can push that a bit too. You want to do CPU now or GPU stuff?
Let's just do the GPU stuff.
Okay.
So let me just kind of keep your settings. So really, if you look at the scores for like even the RipJ and the Rip Devour, Time Spy Extreme is really kind of one of those things where you need to really go more on the GPUs than anything.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what you need to be learning to be able to beat GA.
GPU, I need to learn like how to get better silicon from NVIDIA is what I need to learn.
Well, that and push memory a little bit harder.
Yeah, for sure memory.
I'm curious to see what the memory will do on this.
So that we might crash on this one. I'm doing 190 core and 1120 for the memory.
190 worked pretty well, actually.
Okay, well the memory I'm pushing harder, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You want me to should I just run Time Spy again?
Just run Time Spy. It
All
seems like there's something wrong with this version. Because every time we run Time Spy Extreme,
he's just making excuses.
I'm making excuses. Slacking, we call that.
He's leaving Time Spy Extreme for me to do on my own.
That's right.
You're not going to win this battle.
No.
I mean, I don't want to post a score that was like Joe did it, and then it's posted by Gamers Nexus.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
So I'll do that. I'll get some more LN2 and try that. I did order all the stuff, so now I can be a poser. I'll just put it in the set. I'm not going to use it, right? Just like, look, I'm an extreme overclocker now.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
And then people will watch and be like, wait, that stuff hasn't moved in a year.
I know, right? It's still in the same spot. You move it, it has like a big dust mark around it.
No, guys, I swear, I use this all the time.
It's pretty funny.
Okay, so we got some cons. That's running. Jason Christoph, $9.99. Any plans to test the new Fractal Meshify case? Keep up the great work, and Joe should check his sub count.
Why is it big now?
What'd you start at today? 300 something?
Yeah, I haven't really been pushing it. I get more Facebook views than anything.
Check it out.
Let's go check.
Fractal Meshify case. I am aware of it, and a lot of you have requested. So, what are you keeping this at right now? Negative 85 or something?
Yeah, minus 85 is fine. Well, the GTs, it's kind of slow going in between.
Right. So yeah, Meshify, I see no current plans. We're aware of it. Once we get through some of our existing testing requirements, Patrick will probably start working on that.
Well, we went past the 1,000 mark. Almost at 1,500 now.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
If it crashes, it's my fault.
Well, it's always your fault. Aren't you learning yet?
Yeah, I'm learning something. Yeah.
That's funny. All right.
Learning that Joe's a dick is what I'm learning.
What? I thought I was nice.
Reggie Reganato, $5 Canadian. Just want to help with the cost of LN2. Well, thank you very much. The super chats for the stream will be going towards more LN2 purchases because I will need to budget for getting the tank 1/3 empty next time because that's how it arrived.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I think, you know what I think happened is KP sent them a note and he was like, hey, sabotage those
To my
guys.
biggest fan?
Yeah, to my biggest fan. Make sure they don't get all the LN2 they buy.
Yeah, for real.
Max Samson, $5, more money to help with LN2 for the next stream. Thank you very much. Of course, the super chats in the store, best way to help. More Monopoly money for Snowflake. So we'll cordon off this money for Snowflake. I mean, ultimately, she is the CEO, so Snowflake dictates my pay, actually. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that, actually.
And she has a scheme where she buys cat treats, and then we just get whatever's left. After
Really?
that. Yeah. It's not great.
Gets paid in cat treats.
Yeah. Thank you, Max Hampson, though. PR
wild.
Captain Planet, 150 NT. Is that new Taiwan dollars? Is that a different?
NT?
NTD is the only NT I know, but
I don't know how it posts on there.
I don't know. Yeah, wherever Norwegian. I don't think it's Norwegian kroner because that'd be NT.
See, at least somebody else knows it.
Anyway, 150.
He doesn't know who Julia Child
150. 150 of something. I couldn't tell from your voice earlier. Julie, I think you have to do it again.
What?
The Julia
Now
Child.
we pour the LN2 in the pot.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Adam Schubert
Lots
Sr.
of work that took that.
$2. Julia Child is the cooking woman.
That's right.
Okay, well, that's a title to have, I guess. Zadox, $4.99. Which ROG RTX 2080 Ti would you grab? Matrix Poseidon Hybrid or COD 4 Strict Special Edition and put it in a custom loop? Love the stream as always. Well, the Matrix I wouldn't put in a custom loop because the whole point of it is that it's like the gimmick of having the radiator in it. Have you seen that card?
No.
It's got the radiator in the shroud. So like, I mean, it's not really that effective, I don't think, as a cooler, but it's kind of cool as a gimmick.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see, right?
Yeah, I would not recommend that for open loop. Poseidon Hybrid I haven't looked at. It's COD 4 Strix Special Edition. It's just a Strix, I think. So the Strix is fine. Get a block for it and you're good to go. It's got good hardware. The cooler needed work, but if you're doing an open loop, then you're in good shape already. Patrick, when you get a chance, can you add a PCIe cable to the big system that we can't talk about?
Yeah, the one we can't talk about.
And
You know that one.
plug it into the 1080 Ti I put in there. I need to run tests on that later. Okay. If you need a cable, there's an EVGA power supply box on the floor right there. Next one. John KSSS, $10. Love what you guys are doing, helping with the LN2. Thank you. Out here, I was getting 60 liters for $35 in California.
Yeah, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the manufacturer. I bet you that was not air gas. If it is, we need to go to your air gas.
We're going to get a cease and desist from Airgas.
I know, for real.
Ryan Johnson, $5. Didn't know you were the guest, Joe. Get them clocks. The Hardware Bot team is watching. Hashtag rip the world.
Awesome. Period hardware, baby.
There you go. Tango, $2. LN2 standard cooling for PCs in Arizona. Sorry to hear that. Scarlet Tech, $4.99. Steve, give Joe the magnifying glass that you use for looking at the PCBs, or set the zoom window to 200%. We could do that.
You want to jump these again?
Yes.
Jump up the...
The clocks? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If you
Should I
look
get
on
on
there,
there?
there's actually a screenshot that I took, but I don't know what the score was compared to the other one.
Where'd you put the screenshot?
It's on the desktop. The problem is the desktop
That's
is so
helpful,
large.
thanks.
Yeah.
Was it personalized or display settings these days? Display
Well, the problem
settings.
is if you take a screenshot with that, it's going to ruin the screenshot.
Oh, is your tool
Yeah.
doesn't like that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do, was it running? It was pretty stable, right? It passed a few
Yeah,
times?
it passed with flying colors.
So let's do 1160 offset. We're still at 190 offset on the core, and then let's do 1160 on the memory. I would like to do some of my my trick I learned from BuildZoid. That is very cold, and do some hotkeys, but I don't know if we'll see if we even have the LN2 left for it.
Well, let's find clocks first before you mess with the hotkeys.
Yes, definitely. Got to find where it crashes.
Yeah.
We're still good on ice though.
You gonna do a little bit more memory?
I did, yes. I bumped us to 1160. So let's let that run, and then we'll jump it maybe to 1240 after that. 1240 I found is normally pretty stable on the 2080s.
Sounds like a plan.
Let me read some normal chat stuff for a bit. How's it going, normal chat? How's it going, the non-super chat?
Normal
I
chat.
see a lot of messages removed by our mods. I'm not sure what they were, but Strezabyte, thank you for helping out. Of course, Ryan's in there as well. Help get Joe's channel to 2K. Our mods have picked up a goal.
Sweet.
So yes, Joe's got a channel. He's starting out. Joe, you're gonna have to do some work now.
I know. Now I can't slack anymore.
now
Even
you
though
gotta,
I am the king of slack. But.
Yeah, so thank you, of course, Strezabyte. Always great
Appreciate
to have
it,
you
definitely.
in chat. So what's normal chat saying? You need a different monitor for live streams. Yeah, we need a few things for live streams.
Yeah, for real.
Shift Windows key S. Screenshot is nice.
The screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to save. Well, not actually.
What CPU is it? It's a 9980XE. Doing good, guys. Me and Mniag started the overclocking war between Steve J, Paul, Rowan, and Kyle. If you remember, we made the challenge on stream. I honestly don't think I saw that. I think it was just, it was before the 2080 Ti's launched, I think. Oh, it was, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was you, if you mean on our stream. Because this is fact, reality saying this. Because when I was streaming and someone posted like, hey, Paul is posting scores that are beating yours right now.
Oh, no.
And I was like, you know what, Paul? This is war. And that's how it started. So maybe that
Nice.
was back.
I think we should get more wars going on YouTube because, to be honest, it's been entertaining.
Right now, the war is YouTube versus the creators. Is the war.
Yeah, that is true.
Thanks, YouTube. Sorry, don't increase the super chat rev share, please. Okay. Speaking of, Ian Washish, $5. Thank you. The 2x Vega 64 heat exchanger, 2x V64 heat exchanger owner says hello. Added a second 16 gigabyte 3200 megahertz kit, starting to get in the average. Hello to Bearded Hardware, new sub here. So
nice.
New sub from Ian.
Good to see you. Hope to see you again.
Yeah. Michael Scott, $5. LN2 is cool and all, but let me get some beard growing tips. What are your tips?
Beard growing tips?
Don't shave it.
Yeah, don't shave. When you want to shave, don't shave.
What about
Thinking of shave, don't shave.
Okay. So, but what if I want to shave though?
Don't shave.
Okay.
Yeah, that and conditioner. Conditioner is like your best friend.
Like for your hair?
Yeah. I actually, for a long time, I used my girl's conditioner.
How much do you use per? Quite
a bit. I use more on this than I use that.
I go through like a quarter of a bottle.
Oh yeah, it's
like
very
a day.
similar.
Yes,
yeah, I'll actually have some beard products soon. I've been working on a.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Well, that's good. That's good marketing.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I have like new shirts, hats.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do beard products and then just a bunch of stuff. It's just kind of fun. I've always wanted to do it, so. I love the shirts.
Got to buy them from the expert, right? The expert beard grower.
That's right.
Arctic Nerd, $5. I finally changed my name from Nassel with a knife, so you don't have to read it anymore. I probably butchered it one last time for you. Also, I just subbed to your Patreon, loving the content as always. Well, thank you, Nassel with a knife. I'm going to remember Arctic Nerd so that I can then remember Nassel with a knife, because that is definitely not how you say it, but I like saying it that way.
Oh my gosh.
We're stable here, so we're in the CPU test now. We should probably talk about overclocking a little bit, as it is an OC stream.
Yes.
So what are we running at for the pot temperature?
Just about -80 right now. The real goal right now is just get the cards going. So
right.
Cards make a difference. Oh, actually, we need LN2 too.
You want me to pour in this
check out this score. Well,
we can show. You want me to fill this up?
I just want to see what the score. Ooh, that was a much better score.
Okay, cool.
We were at 19,000 before, so
Yes.
now we're at 2394.
Yeah, that's a big jump from the memory OC.
Yeah, like. Yeah, that was kind of one of your things that you could have expanded on.
Definitely.
Probably took on Roman a lot more.
So, so we're saving, for anyone watching, we're saving Time Spy Extreme for when I have to do this on my own. Joe's going to actually just be standing behind the camera and yelling at me.
Yeah. It's Dunsky, Steve.
It's Dunsky. All right. So for people who are joining in, dropping out, whatever, you haven't seen this yet, this is a Dewar, 30-liter Dewar.
30-liter Dewar.
I got to fill it up. This is like a $150 plug.
It's funny because the tank itself is probably like 3 to 4. Well, I'm used. I think I got that one for 300. New, they were probably about 400. 500.
I just spent like 600 on one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice new one though.
Right. Do you want to explain what the Dewar is, what it does again for people who just joined?
Well, it's like a Yeti cup. It's an insulated, basically like a bigger version of a Yeti cup. So it's a sealed metal container that doesn't condensate. And you need it to store it or to get liquid nitrogen. So if you want to get liquid nitrogen and start playing around, you need one of these first. And where did you get yours on?
I just got on eBay. Yeah.
eBay seems to be the best place to buy them.
The ones on Amazon were
a little too expensive and
not prime. So what's the point?
Yeah, I agree.
So we should explain a couple of the other basics. I like to go through stuff a few times as people join in. So let me. I'll point to some stuff. And
do you want to kick off a run first? Or?
Yeah, let's do that for sure.
All right, so I'm going to let you jump on it. Yeah.
Why don't you walk them through like what the LN2 pot setup is for people who missed it earlier?
Okay, so obviously we only have one LN2 pot here. We didn't have enough liquid nitrogen to be able to put the 2 cards, and it's not necessarily really worth to put these cards on liquid nitrogen because they'd have to be modded. That's why you see a lot of guys that, like in the LN2 world, they're either benching the Galax Hoff 2080 Ti or the Kingpin.
Right.
Or
when it comes out.
When it comes out, yeah. But with the Titan X, it's best to pretty much keep it on cold when it's not modded, and you can actually gain a lot of clocks from that, just the way how a GPU Boost 3.0 works. So the pot I'm using right now is the Kingpin T-Rex. It's a fairly large pot. I don't know if you can get any view. You want to take a look at it, or if not, it's cool. But
if you want to slack, it's cool, I guess.
yeah, Andrew's slacking over there, so we got to try to get him. He seems like he's a little quiet and not doing too much.
Not doing too much. The stream's just gonna go dead.
I know, right? The stream doesn't work anymore.
Technical difficulties.
No, Andrew. I don't know if anybody knows, but Andrew's the guy behind the camera. He's pretty much a star over here. So
the Precision did not like when I changed the number and clicked apply, so it crashed.
Well, that's Precision for you. Which one was it? Just for memory clock?
Can't cut that. Yeah, that was just memory clock. So let's try that again. Just gonna relaunch it without rebooting or anything. What's our CPU running right now? You just set some.
If you set it and crashed, well.
You want to restart?
It's probably no. It's not gonna make too much of a difference.
Okay.
Let's see if it goes. So what'd you say? Jump CPU now?
Oh no. What is your CPU
I think
setting?
it's 5.4, and then 3.6.
Right.
So
this is acting kind of.
It's actually near. It's more 5.5 than anything.
Okay.
Because the 101B clock.
Right. So this is acting a bit slow right now. I think we should maybe restart it.
Yeah.
Precision was not happy with being used. That's the biggest problem with software, right? You're really not supposed to do anything with it.
What's the point, right?
Well, how else are you going to be the king of Slack?
Yeah, for
You
real.
got to take a job where you can just say, yeah, I updated it.
It's done.
Go away.
Sounds familiar.
If there's bugs, can't reproduce, cannot duplicate. I don't know what you're talking about.
Technically not a bug. We had this thing in the software world. It's a feature.
It's a feature.
Exactly.
Hey, I did testing for a while.
Yeah.
I know. Got that all the time.
Oh, that's
File
funny.
a 6-page bug report, and they're like, working as designed.
These are features.
Yeah. That's
Features.
The developers always said WAD, working as designed.
Features that don't work.
Craig from Kansas picked up one of our teardown crystals, thank you, and also a video card components poster, which will be signed from Joe and I during the stream today. If you buy one during the stream, you pick up one of our video card posters like on the wall. We will be signing them after the stream. That way Joe doesn't get any sleep before he has to go back, because I think we have to sign a lot of them. But you will be able to commemorate Joe's launch of his channel and appearing here teaching us how to do some LN2 OC. Should I overclock the GPUs?
Well, actually, you want to set the CPU first?
Yeah.
You can do it.
You were setting.
Yeah, just go overclocking tab.
Overclocking, and then 5.5.
Yeah, do the bottom one.
Bottom
or
one.
Not the bottom one, the second from the bottom.
Core 18. Yep.
Yeah, just put it at 5.5.
So I see you're booting at 45x, right? And then 36 for the mesh.
Yeah.
35.
Just do 36.
36.
37 seems to give us a bunch of issues.
So what is your? Let's explain for the audience. Why do you boot at like 45 instead of just 5.5?
Well, I like to boot lower because you never know when you're going to lose paste. So a lot of the times when you hear the term paste cracks, so what that really is the paste freezing, and there's no contact between the pot and the CPU.
Right.
So I like to run it a little bit slower, so that way if it does happen and I need to reboot, it goes lower.
Right.
And it doesn't kill the chip.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So other guys will argue that some like to do it a little bit hotter. You can do it maybe 5 gig. It helps with the bonding of the paste, but really depends on the setup.
Well, I've learned that there's like a lot of voodoo magic in overclocking too.
Oh, that's right.
Should I quit this application? Should I quit Elite for the run?
Yeah, I quit. Did you apply it? And then
Yes, it is applied.
Sometimes it takes a little bit to apply.
And then I'll quit Precision, otherwise Joe will yell at me.
Yes, that's true.
Make me cry again.
When you keep those utilities open, they tend to affect your scores. So, well, it depends if you're using the hotkeys and stuff.
Right.
A lot of the times it can affect your score.
For sure, yeah.
Because if you're not doing hotkeys, there's no reason to have it open. All right, you kicked it off. So what do we want to go over again?
Just for walking through the stuff, well, I mean, we went through some of it. So, I mean, we have, this is the LN2 Beast bot from Der Bauer. We'll use this at some point. We're using Kingpins today. Yep. And that's just the one Joe brought. This is the one I have from Roman. So, Roman, thank you if you're watching. Everyone should go buy one. I'm sure it's in your price range. It's cost about a computer if you want to get one.
It's basically a computer right there.
But, I mean, there's good reason. It's like low
to be
volume.
honest, it's quite beautiful.
It's, yeah.
You almost don't want to touch it. I kind of just want to drink out of it, you know? It's kind of...
That's a good idea.
Put some whiskey in there and just be like, just sip it. Maybe I'll do that in the stream. Roman, send me a pot, and then I'll do that, okay, bud?
And then it's extremely dense. So I mean, you can't really tell by camera, but like, it's a good like 5 something.
You want to show the inside?
The inside's pretty cool. So it's all, I don't know, it's like machined.
It's kind of like an art, to be honest. You almost
see that
afraid to touch it. It's pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, so that's, we think, I guess, basically is just to increase the surface area with the LN2 is contacting.
Yeah, you increase the surface area by, you provide more surface area, and so that I guess the theory is that you can soak easier.
Mm. And then here's a KP pot. It's the
fairly used. It's a Tech 9 fatty.
Very used. And you were saying that, so this is all scarred on here,
yeah.
And obviously it doesn't come like, but that's from your torch? Is that what that's from?
No, what happens is, so these are very used. They've broken lots and lots of records. So what happens is when you torching up, so at the end of this, I'll torch it up to positive temps. Mm. And what happens is the insulation that I have just kind of, I would use that Armaflex stuff around it, and I build my own like little insulated container. But what that does is it kind of melts on there and gets stuck. So
someone in chat says, Strezabite, please don't promote other channels. First warning, Don Wells. Don is not a moderator. Strezabite is. So the channel that's being promoted is Joe's, and you should subscribe to it.
You should subscribe to my channel.
I didn't
Are
know.
People watching?
I didn't know I had like relinquished my responsibilities. Don't promote other channels.
Let's just not talk about anything.
Yeah.
We'll just stare at this. Is that good?
They're gonna think it froze. They're all gonna type F in the. Everyone's gonna type F, and then I'm gonna say.
I still don't understand the F comment.
It's because in COD there was like a scene where. In COD there was a scene where it said, press F to pay respect to like some dead NPC or something, and so whenever.
All my dead homies.
Yeah, so whenever something bad happens, everyone types F, which is actually great because in the chat log after the stream, you see like. It's great because when I was trying to find B-roll once from the stream that was like 3 hours long, I looked at the chat log and I could find whenever it crashed. Because there would be this spike of like 100 messages in a second.
Lots of Fs.
F, yeah.
Maybe we should put that on the poster. F.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got Artem. Indrajit Singh, $5. Epic hair, epic beard. I found the other half of my CPU. Shall I send it? The other half of my CPU.
How do you lose the first part?
Plus stupidly hot wings money. Well, thank you for the donation. If you send it, I'd be curious what you mean by the other half. Maybe only something like the lid or the bottom or something. Per Andre Olsen, Norwegian kroner 200. Thank you very much. Please hide the facial hair. My pants are getting tight. Okay, we're gonna move on.
That's a little awkward.
Bazinga X. Yeah, you get used to those types of comments. $2. Which CPU did you say it was? Oh, I got that one. That was his first. Did you say it again? It scrolled up, so I lost it. Oh, you've donated a few times. Thank you. Here it is. This is the one I want to read. Bazinga X, $2. Hair or beard? Ever caught in a fan? Well,
Come close.
Yesterday you were like.
No, every time I go to a fan, you'll see me go like this because I just do not want to do it. No, so technically I've never had that issue yet, but I've actually, it's a funny story. I almost burnt my beard. I was cleaning off a board with our good CRC.
Yeah.
Well, never spray anything near a candle with this thing. I ended up with both my hands on fire.
Flamethrower is what
yeah, basically I was pulling my, what is it?
Mythological.
Mythological. I basically had 2 hands on fire, and I actually lit the beard a little bit on fire. Yeah.
So that passed. We were stable at 1220.
Yeah, but look at the score.
Score was lower.
But what was it, CPU or was it GPU? The issue. I would do a rerun.
Well, CPU could definitely improve. Joe.
Hey, we got to get your GPUs going first because that's what you need in times by extreme.
Let's try 1260 offset. We might be able to push the core a bit more and see if it just crashes because that's been pretty stable. So I did 1260 offset now. Ready for me to run this?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to jump up CPU clocks probably next.
Okay.
So if this runs successfully, we'll go higher GPU.
Cool.
Or CPU.
Parzival, $5. Can you make a wig out of it and wear it again? Wear it again.
Hold on. Did you have a wig?
No.
Or are you talking about a beard wig?
I have no idea.
I'm going to sell beard wigs too. That's the other thing. Come on.
Send me one.
I'm so pissed that I did not give him a beard wig. I have one too, and I forgot it when I was packing. Damn it. Dude, usually at G-Skill, when we go into Computex,
Yeah.
I usually have all sorts of toys. That
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had beard wigs. And I had mustaches.
Well,
one
I'll
year.
trade you a shameless promotion, one of our copper mule mugs.
I already got one.
I'm gonna take it away.
I will send you one, definitely.
So I have a photo of this on Twitter.
That was
kind of
pretty
fun.
cool.
So we poured LN2 into the ice bucket for the GPUs because we were like, I don't want to go get another bag of ice.
Yeah.
So we poured LN2 in, which refroze the water. And horribly inefficient use of LN2, but
Yeah. It looked cool though.
and then we put the cup on top of the frozen
Yeah.
the ice, and then filled it with LN2.
Ah.
So there's a photo. You can buy these on store.gamersnexus.net if you want to support the stream,
You're
or
prob-
just check Twitter. See
Yeah,
the
you'll
photo.
probably see a bunch of the photos on there.
Yeah, it's cool.
It looks really cool, especially with even looking on the top end of it. I don't know if
It
you
was
put
like
pictures of that. It was
shimmering.
like shimmering.
Yeah.
Looked awesome. Was that? There. Well.
I don't want to waste LN2 on it right now.
Just a tiny bit.
Okay, sure.
Just a tiny bit.
Let's get the camera in closer first.
Yeah.
When we run out, it's your
It actually
fault.
looked pretty cool because we ended up getting some. Now it's my fault. Huh?
Time Spy
Right?
is stable though, so our GPU is looking good. If it crashes, it'll crash. So just some. Oh yeah, there you go.
Just something low.
So some education for Time Spy. GT2 is very memory intensive,
Yep.
and if it crashes at this point, it's because of the new memory clock. We could do hotkeys to lower it a bit, but. So that'll chill our ice a little bit, although, like I said, inefficient. But you can see there's a hell of a lot more ice now than there was a second ago. Yes, that is. There you go. There's a big block of it right there. What are you doing over there? Stamp it out.
Stamp it out.
Pretend it didn't happen.
I was really low on LN2.
Paul the Bearded One, $5. I once shaved my beard for charity. It was like 500 quid I raised, but never again. I'd rather donate myself.
Yes, for real. It's kind of weird. You ever see like those channels like where the guy shaves, but he has like a daughter that's maybe like 2 years old, and then all of a sudden they like look at him and they're like,
Like,
deathly afraid.
Yeah,
like who the hell are you?
you?
It's funny. My kids, I did that one time. So like, one of the things too about a beard is just never cut it because then you don't mess it up. So one time I ended up messing it up and I had to shave it all off. And my daughters would go, "Daddy, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. It's creepy." And I go, well, "Come on, really?" So now I'm vowed to never shave again. Not even for charity.
What's chat saying? Did
Oh,
anyone?
1933.
1933 subs.
Almost 2,000.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That means I can't slack too much anymore.
That's damn right.
I
yeah.
got to be doing it stuff left and right. That's all right. That's the plan anyway. So we'll do a bunch of live streams too.
There's a lot of LN2 on that floor.
Yeah, I know. From you yesterday.
All right, so chat, what's going on, chat? We gotta wait on a slight delay. F to pay respects to Joe's beard previously, I guess.
Yeah, just do F for. Yeah, see, that would be awesome.
So what is Steve? Do you sell GN branded razors? No. Does it look like I use that stuff?
No. See, we need to come up with a poster. Don't get a haircut and don't shave.
Yeah.
Like against it. All right, your score went down again.
Can't get. So there's a chat normal chat question. Can't get 3200 megahertz rated Patriot memory dual rank to run at speed on my MSI X470 board. Any suggestions? Well,
X470 means Ryzen.
yes.
Maybe try. Well,
loosen the time. Maybe manual it. So
maybe even a BIOS update. Make sure you have BIOS.
Yeah, that's good.
Because a lot of the times with the Ryzen setups is a big.
there is a big improvement. From
Yeah, there's a huge improvement. So if you're like, if you've never updated the BIOS, that's number one. Rule number one.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're lower.
So I think we might be Delta clocks issue or something, right?
Yeah. Well, you're up a little bit. Maybe push it down a tiny bit and then rerun and see.
Let's go back down to 1220 then, because that was, I think, a higher score.
Yeah. Maybe we'll jump up 100 megahertz on the CPU because the CPU seems to be running.
Yeah,
pretty well.
and we can push more core as well. Ready to run, or you want to increase CPU?
Open up Elite and then just give it one more CPU core.
And sorry for the screen, guys. It's at 4K, so it's hard to see. But I've got the GPU, Joe's kind of been controlling CPU here. I've been controlling GPU. We've got GPU, we just set to 1220 offset. Core's at 190, which has been stable. 1220, it went to 1260, it dropped a bit, so it might be a Delta clocks issue. And then you said you want to increase the CPU, what, 100
Just
megahertz?
one. Just go 100.
So we're going to increase core to 56, mesh is at 36. Is that okay?
Yeah, just keep it for now.
All right, so apply. And then we're
Yeah,
gonna
well,
close.
technically it's a little bit higher because we're at 101 B clock. So
Yes.
you're actually probably what? You said 56?
Yeah, 56.
So you're probably like 5650.
Yeah, right.
Go a little bit colder, about -90.
What's the max OC we've been able to get with the 9600K? We got ours to, I don't remember, like 5.2 or something. It can definitely go higher, but I think we just kind of stopped there because it was just a review. So let's see.
Is Dunsky the promo code for today's live stream? Or LN2 Monkey? That is amazing.
Tipcraft 98, $5. Hey, we met at CES 2019 in the MSI booth. Thanks for making the whole trip even better. You were super cool in person. Not sure which one of us you're talking about, but I think we both thank you. So, CES
Probably
2019.
you. I don't think I was at MSI booth.
Oh, you didn't go there?
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of laptops and dragons, as they do.
Yeah, I heard it. I know. I was trying to get a dragon, and I was trying
You
to
want
steal
one?
somebody's
I have
dragon.
like 7.
I'll take one.
They gave us so many that I felt I didn't want to throw them
You
away.
almost felt bad, like. So
Oh,
your
yeah.
whole luggage was a bunch of creepy dragons.
It kind of was. Like,
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
They're cool, actually.
They are pretty cool. To MSI's credit.
Doesn't Linus have like the big monster one?
He does. I think he said he spent like $1,000 to ship it.
Are you jealous?
Not really.
I don't know, but like if you had that whole thing, it would take up so much room. But it would be a cool, entertaining.
It's bigger than the LN2 container over
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, so we're gonna pour out of the dewar into the flask. It's getting kind of low.
We're getting very low. I'm gonna have to start doing some suicide runs. What suicide runs are basically just pushing the higher clocks and hoping that it runs.
And just again, for people just joining in, you might see me get some of this on my hands. It's really not that painful. It's like a sting for a second, and like Joe said, you don't want it to soak. So like if you're wearing socks, you get on your socks, that would.
Yeah, even shirts and stuff. Like jeans, not so bad, but like if you have anything that's like a cotton, so even your shirt, you don't want to get it all over the shirt. I mean, you can get it off your shirt, but like anything that's tight formed, if you wear like tight pants, be careful.
I think we've got about one more of those pours in there.
Yeah.
All right. So Time Spy is running.
How much do we have in here?
It is.
Oh, we still have a good amount done. Oh, a decent amount.
It is 100 megahertz higher than previous. We can see if there's anything left in that tank, but I think it's empty.
No, the other one's definitely empty.
Okay.
It was basically spent out nothing.
Dylan Bundy, $10. What programs do you like to use to test everyday OC stability for CPUs, RAM, and GPUs? I like to use 3D Mark for like a real-world gaming test because the stability in gaming won't be the same as in Prime 95 or FurMark. Prime 95, 26.6 is good for non-AVX stability testing, 29 point something for AVX testing.
You got to reboot.
Reboot.
Nope.
So is that just from a power?
Well, I
thing?
think it might be vSyn.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is jump up vSyn.
You want to explain what that is for everyone?
Well, that fiber, basically it's the input voltage. So
Fiber,
on fiber. So on going into the CPU, there's one big voltage that goes in, and then there's a voltage regulator inside that manages all the other sub voltages. So if your input voltage is too low, it basically trips, almost like an OCP.
Someone says
overcurrent protection.
someone says 2K achieved for your channel. Subs.
Sweet. Thanks,
And
guys. Let's do 2, 3.
Someone else says better to do LN2 naked.
I'm not sure anyway. You want to see that, really.
I think we'd have to host that on a different website.
Yeah.
And then someone else says, let's see, how much is that tank of LN2? Well, that was about 300 something bucks. So
Yeah.
I am going to, Joe, I know you say it's empty, but I'm going to go ahead and try and see
Hey,
if
go
there's a
for
couple
it.
drops in it.
There might be some. Maybe the magic hair will help
I don't
you.
think it's that powerful.
I'll give you some beard luck.
You want me, turn the chair so you can see it. Yeah.
There you go. Remember, hold on to it before you go. The thing's like a snake. It could whip you in the head.
So there's a transfer hose. Got a little bit.
Could be. You hear that whine? Might be a little bit, but usually that whine is telling you that you're done. You're done-ski.
There's nothing coming out of there, I don't think.
You're done-ski.
Does that look empty to you?
Yeah, it's empty.
Okay.
So you hear that whine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Done-ski. I'm gonna have to start using that all the time now.
It does come out like a liquid, right? I mean, like it's, so that gas, is that gas just from?
Yeah, it's just gas that's
inside
in
the
there.
tank?
Yeah, gotta figure it's, there's no pressure loss because it's probably just building so the gas just stays in.
Yeah.
But you always hear that little whine that like kind of hits your ear.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
We're starting to run out of LN2 here.
yeah.
So
We'll go through our, we'll talk settings at the end too.
yeah, what I did is I bumped, VSyn was at, the input voltage was basically at 2.2, so we're gonna jump it up to 2.3. See if that works. What were we at? Were you at 5.5 or 5.6?
We tried 5.6.
Yeah, it was 5.6. So 5.5 was running, it's just 5.6 wasn't.
And 36 on MASH, I think.
Yeah, so there's obviously some type of input voltage issue.
And like I said, for everyone watching, if you buy a poster during the stream, we'll sign it to commemorate Joe relaunching his channel, and me trying to do some LN2 overclocking.
All right,
And
you want to set your clocks?
yeah, I'll set the clocks. Matthias from Switzerland picked up a whole bunch of stuff from the store. Thank you, Matthias. Some shirts, decals, poster.
I wonder what Matthias is.
And we
Sounds
got
familiar.
Matthew from Virginia picked up a shirt as well. Let me get the clocks in on
go
that.
ahead.
See, if you go to the fourth tab, I think you can do some super chats.
Fourth tab, super chats. All right, where'd you leave off at?
Dylan Bundy. No, we got that one.
Dunsky.
Adam is. Haven't done Adam.
Okay, Adam, is Dunsky the promo code for today's live stream or LN2 Monkey? I think that's a great idea.
I think when we get Vince on here, we'll
Adam
do Dunsky.
Schumann, yeah, I don't want to steal his thunder.
I do want to get Vince on. He's a funny guy. He's good at this.
I
This
think
kind of video.
probably the only time you're going to get him is if he's in type A.
Yeah,
So
probably.
you should do it with a live stream there. So what is it? Glenn Al's 81 under, or hashtag ROR. Some money towards some pie, P7-C1 case review.
Oh, I'm familiar with that case. No current plans to review it, although we will thank you for the pie money for sure.
What is this pie money we speak of?
It's mine. Don't worry about it.
You don't share the pie, huh?
No.
That's messed up. My feelings are hurt.
Well, this is America, okay? So it's
what's
mine.
mine is mine. What's yours is mine.
Yes.
It's just mine. All right. So the Irish Giant. That's a hot canary you got there.
I have no idea. But thank you for the $2.
$2. Yeah. My $2. All right. So we got what, 5 quid or whatever.
Yes.
Quicker Tech. Good luck, guys. Hope you get some strong scores. What does Joe think of HWBot Rev 8? Enjoying more subs counting. Also, by the way, what CPU is this?
9980XE.
9980XE. Rev 8, I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about it, especially it was so buggy. I think it's getting better. I'll have to start subbing more over there.
You want
I have a lot of subs that I haven't put
-80
in,
here?
Yeah, just keep it -80.
All right.
But yeah, so I hope there's a Rev 9, basically, to sum it up. All right, so Inderjeet Singh. Joe, I've used O2 meters that beep at certain O2 levels for going in fuel tanks. Would find them beneficial, or would I find them beneficial? Yeah, anything that actually like save yourself is actually probably a good thing.
Yes.
You should probably actually have one in here.
We can do that, yeah.
Maybe another time we'll have like a bunch of tanks and just go through some LN2 madness.
Next time we should definitely have like 2 tanks.
I think 2 tanks.
Because we can make this.
We can make 1 tank out of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Okay, so Bazinga_X bearded hardware subs almost doubled during this.
More than that.
It's actually more than that. I think it was at like 350 or something like that.
Yeah.
Now it's probably at 2K. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna bring a bunch of full content, new content. Thanks to Steve also
Yeah, absolutely.
for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
We might do a video together too while he's here, so that'll be on Bearded Hardware.
On Bearded Hardware. Yep. So, then we got Ryan S. Oh, so that was 20, whatever SEK is. SEK. Or actually, no, sorry, that was. No, cheers from Sweden. So, Tobias
Okay.
Swing, which is SEK 20, whatever 20 SEK is.
Swedish kroner, I guess.
I don't know. Ryan S. donating towards changing to a 1080p monitor. That's probably the best $5 you'll ever get.
Yeah.
Because I cannot see that thing for anything.
Sorry.
Quentin Bell, $5. I feel like this is more of a Rip Der Bauer.
Well, it will become that once I know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then Der Bauer can leverage his multiple years of experience and army of chips to beat me.
And his German performance engineering.
Excuse me, it's perfected German engineering.
Whatever.
TM.
TM.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious to see what Jay comes up with. No one's talking about Jay. I'm kind of excited to see what he does with that CPU.
If it's good, and Jay's gotten pretty good at.
Well, he got CPU now. He's got to get the GPU cycle.
Right.
Once he gets that, I think it might actually be a good.
He's gonna pass my score for sure. My current score.
Oh, he's done what 2 fails lately, and then so probably the next one.
Yeah. But,
Third time's a charm.
right, and you do have to fail quite a bit to get anywhere with this stuff. So.
Yeah, that's true. To be honest, what you guys see usually from overclocking, like if you see a post or anything like that, like someone with a score, for every one post, there's probably like 50 fails that go into that one big post. It really depends on your hardware.
Well, for
and your
yesterday, it
sponsors.
was like 12 hours of this. You know, like
playing around, trying to figure out little nuances and debugging.
So right now we just passed GT2, which is memory intensive on the GPU. GPUs are at offset of 1220, and CPU's at 56 with a 101 BCLK.
What's the temp?
70, negative minus 71.
Yeah, just throw it a little. It's probably gonna pull a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, you know what it is?
You're
probably your GT2. If the score's lower, is probably definitely memory.
That's empty. You wanna?
Oh, switch. I highlighted what. Did it fail?
I don't know if we switched too slow, maybe. Oh, it made it through. Okay.
No, it's actually a good score.
Score's gone up for sure. Gone up like 500 or 600 points. Let's see. Oh, we got this one, I think, Andreas. Can't you use a candle to check for oxygen? Yeah, we were using the torch earlier.
Yeah, the best way to do it. If that torch doesn't light, we know there's no oxygen. So we're good.
And this is a big space, so don't worry about us. Corey Schroeder, $5. Hashtag just a cooking show with Julia Childs and Captain Overclock. Silver Stains, $1. No message. Thank you. Scott Washington, $2. Scaling, please. I guess in the monitor. Also, what CPU is this? 9980 XE. And I'm going to try and get, I don't know, maybe from the ePeak guys, one of the capture cards they use. Our capture cards don't survive the reboots.
I don't know. I'm gonna test. I'll test that.
Test it. Let me know if you find one that works.
I don't know if it's my specific version of the Elgato 4K works.
We can try that one.
Because I tried that one. That one actually worked great just for interfacing and debugging and showing stuff on Livestream.
Right.
And then like my Razer, the Razer I actually used for just going to my camera to be able to show like basically what we're doing here.
Gaction, is it cold in the room or lukewarm and cool?
I don't know. I'm here, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's like 68 or something Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Simon the Brit, $5. Fun watching you splash and leave the lid off. Dangerous chemicals. I mean, come on. It's not.
Oh, I thought we lost.
I mean, the only reason leaving it off would suck is losing LN2. Like, it's not gonna hurt.
That's basically.
We've got like full office ventilation going. We're fine.
All right. Do you want to change the clocks on the cards? I just bumped the CPU.
I'm pretty happy with them. We can go higher. Let's try CPU first.
Try CPU
One thing
first.
at a time. Yeah.
I'm just going because we're running out of one.
Yes. That's why I'm trying to get through a bunch of super chats.
I know, like you had.
Matt McGregor, $5. You're not fooling anyone. I know you're Steve from Hardware Unboxed with Hairworks turned to 11. I mean, he also must be able to duplicate himself and teleport, I guess. Philip Rams, $3. How much does the mod mat repel LN2? Well, if we had extra, we'd show you. But pretty damn well. Jay did it, actually, I think, in his...
What, on the mod mat?
Yeah, it just bounces off.
Yeah, it's not going to really... Because it doesn't really soak.
It just evaporates, like, instantly, yeah.
It's kind of like the carpet.
Very well, though. Let's see... Little G at $6,005. What's the biggest worry deloading a 7700K? There isn't much of one. If you use a bad tool or you do it improperly, you can kill the die.
Yeah, they're thin.
Yeah.
Just don't use too much pressure. I mean, just be careful. Use common sense is basically the easiest thing to say.
What I was told was on the screw monkey tight, not gorilla tight. Like, don't torque the hell out of it when you're, because then you can cause damage. Center negative 999. This is just plain good fun. Well, I am glad to hear that we're having fun as well. Please keep this time slot in mind for future streams. We can totally do that. We've got.
I heard that a lot because I used to like to do like more later.
Yeah, me too.
And one seems to be pretty well.
Well, we hit like Europe is still awake, you know. So
yeah, that's usually the killer right there. Everybody usually gets, well, I'll rewatch your stream or whatever.
Right. Quentin Bell, $5. Can you please turn on scaling? We'll do it next time. Sorry. Motorsports, 220 liters. Dealt with air gas a lot. If you think XOC uses a lot of N2, older lithium detectors in TEM needed to be kept under LN2.
10K plus if you let them heat up. Oof. Kept cool for years. That's crazy. That's a cool little fun fact.
Yes.
What I find on the streams is you kind of find like who actually uses LN2 for what.
Right.
And it's quite impressive what they use for.
Yeah.
Like some of the things that you just don't think about.
I'm kind of thirsty, so I'm just gonna.
Dude.
Just gonna get some ice water. You want any?
No, I'm good.
Don't want any ice water?
No.
You want to actually use it for overclocking?
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be for OC? Here, we'll just put a little bit in there.
Sure.
Okay.
Top me off. I want to wait a little bit to drink that.
That's a big advantage.
So it would actually work as an LN2 pot for a low TDP CPU, I think.
You have to do that.
You can pick these up, by the way, store.gamersnexus.net. Not afraid to shamelessly plug that. This is getting
They are definitely bearded approved, too.
Really
I have to have one of those.
Also, they conduct, because it's actual copper. It's not stainless steel. So that handle, which is brass, connected to copper. Yeah. Pretty damn cold right now with that doing it. Yeah, store.gamersnexus.net if you want to help us out during the stream. Thank you very much. Next one, it's a Russian name. I'm sorry. 200 Russian rubles, I guess. Steve, what are your thoughts about cheap Chinese X99 motherboards and used 2011 Xeons? For the price, it looks pretty decent. We've been working on that, but X79, and we're having a lot of problems. So
yeah, it's X79, not X99. Right?
Yeah, so I would say just do some research on what CPUs are compatible because we're having issues.
Yeah, and I'd also be careful too on some of the chips where you're getting them from. Yeah. You never know on eBay like who's actually providing them.
Could be fake too.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I'd worry about is more about the fake because I've heard a lot of people. I've had people ask me to like buy one. Kind of crazy.
I think Linus got like a fake 56 core or something like that. We have a little bit more in here than I thought, so should I spill it all on the floor right now? Is that a...
Oh, she's Dunsky, Steve.
What, a crash?
Dunsky, yeah.
CPU test?
Yeah, CPU test.
What settings?
No, actually, so it looks like that the VSyn worked, the input voltage.
Okay.
So, actually, let me just do this real quick. So, reboot. What's it called? Yeah, so we went to 2.3. I'm probably going to bump that. It's a clock watchdog timeout, which is usually CPU voltage.
Okay.
We're at 1.5, so I'm going to jump it up to maybe about 1.52.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like the input voltage is going to be our main problem throughout. Because the more voltage you put, the more current it goes through. So the more you got to do the VSyn.
And VSyn is not a setting that's on the mainstream platforms either.
No, what?
Or it is? Is it?
Yeah, it's basically input voltage, depending on which board.
Okay,
oh, we got to use a torch. Looks like it's not
so
happy.
let's explain why you're doing this. We haven't done this yet.
So right now it's at -85 and it's not booting properly. So usually it's like some type of CBB. So what we have to do is we got to heat it up until it is able to come back. So torch it up.
We got a couple super chats too. Kill Dog, $30. Is it worth getting an EK360XE Red for? You're gonna mute your mic.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
Just remember to unmute it after. For a 2700X CPU only loop. I mean, it's worth it in that it'll work really well. You don't need it, but it for sure will work well. It's just you could go with a cheaper one if you wanted. Jamie Shad, $5. Message, $5. Thank you very much. Jaden Land, $10. Hi,
Can you hear me now?
Hi, GN, have you looked at the EK Phoenix radiator core modules? Yes, I have one in my office build. The radiator with pump built in, would something like that be good to create a makeshift AIO for a 2080 with one of EK's water blocks? It would absolutely work. I did the same thing. It is not a pretty loop, but it's very easy and functional to set up. So, Andrew Cruz, $2 Canadian. What percent does your score improve on LN2 versus Ice Bucket? Significantly, a big improvement. Got all your memory channels?
Yeah. So I was wondering, it was beeping a bit.
Let me move the.
Yeah. Oh, that was actually at 154. So we're gonna go up to about 156.
Okay, so 156 for target V core, 2.3 VIN, vMesh you're at 1.3, and so the core settings in here and AVX and everything look really low. We are increasing those in the OS instead. For anyone who's like.
Oh yeah, for all the clocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're using Elite for that. It's an EVGA utility.
Let me just do this. Yeah, if you wonder why I keep on taking the SATA, is that if I take out the SATA, it's much easier for me to go to the BIOS. So then I plug it in after and boot. That way I'm not going.
Yeah, and if you miss it, it kind of sucks with LN2, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not good for the OS too, especially if you have your memory
unstable or something.
Yeah, if your memory's unstable, you can corrupt your OS a lot easier.
Yeah, that
or
makes,
corrupt your BIOS. You know?
Makes a lot of like we did yesterday.
Yeah, we had an issue yesterday where we corrupted the BIOS and had to reflash it.
There was a lot of drama moments yesterday. If we were filming a reality show, it would have worked great.
Yeah, for real.
Need some of that music. Let's see. Bruno Schechter, $20. Regards from Brazil. Also building a PC after 10 years. Thanks to you. Well, that is awesome to hear. I hope you have fun doing it.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Lots of great parts out there right now. And Bruno says, help me here. Radeon Vega 56 Red Dragon for $340 with a reg mod, or drop the CPU cooler and go for a stock cooler Vega 64. Can a Vega 64 benefit me as much as a modded 56? Yes. A modded 56 can outperform a 64 for sure, and you can mod the 64 as well. But there's kind of diminishing returns with AMD with GCN once you get to 64 CUs. So I would say 56 and spend the difference on something else. And if you want to mod it, do it, or just do a power play tables mod, and you'll be better than a 64, or at worst equivalent. Because there's not much scaling in those CUs. It's all in the frequency. Jamie Shaw, $10. What lengths are you willing to go to in order to beat Jay? Are they as long as your hair? Well, I am willing to spend money on more parts. And I'm sure Jay is too, and he has more money than me, because his channel has a whole lot more subscribers.
You need to work on that. You can get more subscribers.
I'm just going to go sell his car.
You sell his car?
I'm just going to break in and take it to a track and try to sell it.
That's a good idea.
Sergeant Zeta, $1337. Can the best cameraman and 3D modeler, Andrew, behind the camera, give us a close-up of the Snowflake plush toy? Also, what central processing unit are you currently operating? I don't think I've actually heard
Sorry, you want to set the GPU blocks here?
Yeah, sure. 9980XE. You're good on the CPU?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. I don't remember what, I think for sure 1220 is
We're almost at
unstable.
5.8, basically.
Okay. 5.8 now?
Yeah.
190. Increase
I'm trying to push it up a little bit more just because we're running out of LN2.
Yeah. So I'm doing 190 on the core, 1220 offset on the memory still, and we've just been pushing the CPU for a bit.
Yep.
So we're good to go on the GPU side. Should I quit this application? Elite?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the BCLK, we're at basically 5.8 gigahertz right now for the 998 XE. Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But
I think there's some issue. To be honest, I think our issues with any issue with Time of Flight Extreme has to do with that version. I don't know. It seems like every time.
Well, it barely runs like stock. So
yeah, like it's there's something seems to be wrong.
It might just need to be.
I'm gonna check it out and maybe report it to Future Mark.
Do you have any other excuses you'd like to file?
No, that's the only good one. Oh, and it's Steve's fault.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course.
Yeah. To be honest, I wish we had more LN2.
Yeah, me too.
I think we're gonna have to do 2 tanks next time.
2 tanks next time for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a de facto standard.
And then we'll order an extra because they'll probably deliver one empty.
Yeah, so we get 3. That's a good idea. I like that.
Quentin Bell, $20. Thank you. Speaking of YouTube versus creators, go hit that button on PewDiePie's channel so we can get him to 100 million. I gotta read it. He gave me money to say it. I'm sorry. Zajox 199. Review plan of the Matrix 2080 Ti. I know the launch date. I don't know it. Yes, we will work on it. I don't think it's going to be particularly good, to be honest. It's very interesting and fun, but just like the way the cooler works, you're always going to be better with the radiator outside of the card, outside of the shroud, but it's very compact, and so it's fun, and it should be interesting to look at. So right now, let's talk some overclocking. You're at about 5.8 megahertz. You're 5.8 megahertz.
Yeah, about 5.8. They're about
Gigahertz.
37. Yeah, gigahertz. About 37 on mesh.
Minus 100 on the.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it because we don't know what the cold bug is on this chip, so. I know Jay said his was at about minus 110.
Yeah, we were having issues past minus 105.
That actually reminds me of the question he asked before about vSyn. I'm sure when you change the input voltage, I've seen on a lot of chips it actually extends the cold bug a little bit. Or in the CBV.
Extends as in pushes it farther away?
Well, yeah, so instead of, say you cold bug at minus 105, your cold bug might be extended to a minus 110.
I see.
So you might be able to push a little bit more colder. Or more cold.
Right.
More colder, I don't think is proper
More
English.
coldest is actually the correct.
More coldest?
Yeah, it's more than the superlative.
Thank you for your
Is this what they
training.
teach you in Viking school?
Viking school.
English?
I love it, Viking school.
Oh, yesterday we were talking about testing mythology.
Yeah, mythology?
Not methodology.
I love it.
So, how much we got in here?
I'm still pissed that, like, you know the show?
Which
Am I
show?
allowed to talk about that? You know, the Viking show?
The Viking show.
Yeah, because I'm pissed. I should be on that show.
Yeah.
It's not right. I heard they're canceling it or something. They need to hire me. I'll go on that show. I won't do it for free, but I'll go.
Well, I mean, you know, the Odin used LN2 actually.
That's right. Try to find a way to incorporate it into the show.
He used it to refreeze Bifrost.
See, you're getting better and better at that. I'm quite impressed. I didn't see like one drop.
I'm trying to save it. You're fucking spilling it all over the floor.
Quick and dirty. I'm making up for yesterday.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny if you saw like what he was doing yesterday as far as pouring, and now it's like a huge improvement.
I have a couple burns on my fingers from yesterday.
Oh, it gets worse when
Not
you
too
start
bad,
doing
though.
a lot more. Yeah, like around here, I usually have all burns all right
Yeah.
here, and then all right here, because it kind of like when you're throwing it around because you're trying to pour liquid nitrogen quick,
Right.
especially like going into these things, just to get them set up for the next bench, or you might have GT2 coming up and you got to get it going and running in between and stuff. It gets all over the place.
Especially if you're working alone.
Yeah.
Jadzia Hacks, $5. Thanks for getting me back into LN2 OC.
Yes, even better.
Nice. Now I can afford unlocked chips, unlike 10 years ago. More vids about fine-tuning and squeezing out the last few hertz, please. I think we can both do that. He's going to be better at it. Couple store orders. So, like I said, I'll try and shout them out. If you buy something from store.gamersnexus.net, we've got that's still really cold. We've got the copper
really
mule
cold.
mugs, like this one that Joe topped off with LN2 earlier. And so those are on the
That
store.
passed?
And it passed?
Yeah.
Nice. And that's at about 5.8 gigahertz CPU. And
2453.
CPU score is 15,226, I think, right? 15,226 CPU score. I think it's going to be on me to improve GPU after you leave here.
Pretty much what it is. But the thing is when you're going to go back to extreme, that AVX I think is pushing extreme amount onto the CPU. So I think just up in the vSyn is going to, or the input voltage will
Good to know.
help you dramatically.
So store order from John in Germany. Got the Mod Mat, thank you very much, and one of the mule mugs, thank you as well, with the thermal conductivity of copper written on it because it is actual copper. Benjamin from is that Indiana, picked up a copper mule mug as well. Thank you, Benjamin. And like I said, there's a couple poster orders in here. If you order a poster during the stream, Joe and I will sign it and we'll send it out to you before he goes back. So you will get a commemorative poster, video card teardown poster with Joe's
Relaunch.
overclocking celebrity signature on it. He's actually a real celebrity.
Real celebrity.
Unlike me. You're certified, right?
I'm certified.
I thought so.
Intel certified.
Intel certified. Brad from Wilmington, actually, not too far, picked up a copper mule mug, couple copper mule mugs. Thank you, Brad.
You're not going to be displeased with those. They're pretty badass.
They are pretty
I really
badass.
like them.
Friggin' hard to make though.
Yeah, that's what you're
Because
saying.
it's nickel plated on the inside and copper. A lot of these are like stainless steel and coated, and that's trivial.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it's kind of hard to do.
I've seen a lot of cheap imitations, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like even some like places I go, I remember when I saw you put it out, I was like, oh my God, I need to have one of those. And to be honest, I didn't know how in depth you went with it. Like I was thinking, oh, even if it's a cheap one, I'll still get it. But I'm
like,
way happy to know that it's not cheap.
So from the outside looking in, now having done some products, I fully appreciate how hard it is to like Kingpin must go through hell to get these made.
I was just gonna say that it's very similar to like pots in a way, because just the coating and trying to get.
I know Roman went through a whole lot of trouble to get his direct die mounts made because the tolerances are so small. That's why that stuff's expensive.
Oh yeah.
Video card teardown poster, Alan from New York. Thank you, Alan. We will get that signed for you. And anyone else who orders during the stream will do that as well. I'll try and shout them out. Last one to read for now, Michael from Arizona. Video card teardown poster as well. Thank you, Michael. All right, so how are we doing on the overclocks before I get to
I pushed another 100 megahertz, so I think we're at 5850.
5850 is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And it's, if you want to show it the screen, Andrew, it's actually running right now. We're at 1220 GPU and offset from memory, and then one.
The moment's going to be is when that CPU test goes.
Yes. You're good. This one's still full, by the way.
Yeah, we're good for a little bit, as long as it doesn't shut down again.
Yeah.
Which could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I might have to.
So what I did previously to avoid that, and I don't know if it was just voodoo magic or if it actually worked, was I set hotkeys and I dropped the GPU clocks to like nothing in the CPU test.
Well, it seems to be like our major issue is the input voltage.
Okay.
So that reboot is definitely in the CPU itself.
Okay.
And it seems to be, because I think I'm at 2.45.
Right.
Yesterday we only tried up to 2.4, and extreme is actually way more current loading
Too bad
than
it's
TimeSpy.
like 3 a.m. in Taiwan.
I know.
We could we should call Vince and get him on the stream otherwise.
Yeah. Right.
So he can shit talk and say, she's
talk.
Dunsky.
She's Dunsky.
Let's see. Happy Mutes, $2.99. Team Bearded Nexus, thank you. Thoughts on the design for Captain Overclock? $3.86 from K3K4. I think you got to combine the beard, the hair, and then I don't know what else.
Yeah,
you guys can figure it out and tweet it at us.
Yeah, we gotta see. Someone's got to come up with the drawing.
If you're an artist, tweet it at us.
They should win something for that.
I could,
like a free poster, autographed, or autographs, like a bunch of different stuff.
Send out some shirts or something.
Yeah, I'll send Bearded Hardware shirts.
Sure.
That'd be awesome.
Tweet at Gamers Nexus and at Bearded HW. Is that your Twitter handle? Bearded HW?
Yeah, Bearded Hardware, yeah. We are Bearded HW.
Black Tiger, $10. Thermos needs more LN2. Well, we've got one that's full. Do you want me to fill up the second one?
I'm trying for now.
I'm trying to wait.
Yeah, keep on going through there for now, but I'll let you know.
Krata sent SEK6666. Thank you. Poke Patrick for me on that O-scope project. You hear that, Patrick? Yeah. Someone says poke Patrick for the O-scope project. You got it working, right? It just needs a computer.
Find the Raspberry Pi or something and put it over there.
So we did get our old analog O-scope back there, which is on right now. Patrick got it to display the GM logo, which is pretty damn cool, but we need to just find like a small computer, I guess.
Yeah, something to output audio.
All right, something to output audio.
Oh, it just failed.
Damn.
It's Dunsky.
How far did it even get? Like 9 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
But you're talking about 5850.
Yeah.
So it's.
But that's pretty damn good. I'm happy with that.
Well, I'm gonna basically that's CPU voltage. So I'm gonna basically go through.
Trying to up that. Do you have to torch it now or no?
Yeah, the Coleman is done. It's just doing FF, so now I just gotta torch it back.
Right. So let's explain this one more time for people why you're doing this. Or I'll explain it if you want to mute your mic to the best of my abilities. So you're trying to warm up the pot or the CPU?
CPU.
The CPU.
Yeah. It's all about the CPU. The CPU right now won't reboot. Oh, actually, what happened there?
It just booted.
Oh, okay, I just didn't want to lose my settings.
Yeah.
Because the settings are really
Settings are still there. I do like that the BIOS, though, if anyone has been paying attention, it says 291 degrees Celsius. That is incorrect. I think that is fair to say.
It's pretty typical.
I unmute you.
Oh. Yeah, it's a temp sensor bug. It's pretty typical. Let's see. So
Why dunk radiator in ice and bucket versus circulating the ice water in the GPU loop directly? Well, the end result is about the same, and circulating it, we'd probably, I don't know. It's kind of hard to keep it cold, right?
Benefit. Wait, so he's saying directly. So if you put the pump in there,
like remove the radiator, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could. That'd be an interesting thing to try, to be honest.
Right.
You also might want to throw an ice bag in there real quick while we're doing this.
I can do that. Someone says lower the voltage and increase the base clock. Do you disagree with that assessment?
Yes. Because it's actually voltage. We're just trying to get, I want to get close to 5.9.
What's that?
Sometimes I understand what they're saying. Basically
Yeah.
what happens is if you, well, usually I like to do the opposite. Go base clock more and do lower the voltage. But I'm not even sure what I mean. But,
5.9 on the CPU, if we can get it, is respectable. And by of course we, I mean me. I'm doing all of this.
yeah. It's all you.
I will take credit for the GPUs, but we could do more there for sure. But our GPU clock is much better than the last run I did before CES.
Yeah, actually a lot better.
Memory is much better, core is much better. So we were at like 2150 megahertz on the GPU. I would like to get it towards 2200.
Yeah, I think just having the CPU not in there too is giving you a lot of headroom.
Yeah, so the biggest thing we've done here to benefit the GPU, as Joe is saying, is remove the CPU from the loop. Because like when it's under load, just to give you an idea, CPU is pushing about 1,000 watts or more.
Probably more than that now.
More than that now.
Yeah. Pushing a lot of wattages.
Yes, and the biggest challenge there is using the ice to cool 2 times the power as opposed to just GPUs.
So I'm going to try higher CPU, go down on mesh a tiny bit.
Okay.
Actually, I need you to put in the
GPU clocks.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what you were doing.
That's expected.
It's a given.
Obviously.
Is my mic back on? Oh, okay. Good.
Actually, I turned it off a second ago.
All right, we want me to go over these? Which one are you
You can do, I stopped at
okay.
Nags 92, $5. And yes, your mic is on.
You see mags.
Oh,
nags, there it is.
Nags.
Yeah, so EVGA, so nags 92.5, whatever the earphone is, like quid or whatever. EVGA Precision or MSI Afterburner? What's your preference and why?
Did you say Europe one? British
yeah, your
pounds.
British. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Precision or Afterburner, what's your preference?
Either.
You already have your...
I actually, to be honest, what I do is that when I'm testing around with cards and stuff, is I actually try to use both.
Okay.
Because you never know. Sometimes it's software, right? Software is buggy.
For sure.
So I'll even test NVIDIA Inspector with it too.
You have Elite already set on this? Can I run it?
Yeah, it's our set.
Okay.
You're pretty much at like 5860 or something.
Yeah, I just set the
On the
GPU
CPU.
clocks. So GPU is still offset 190 core, 1220 memory.
Pod's really nice right now, actually, too.
Nice. This has got some in it still.
Yep. We're getting too much.
Too much voltage or what?
No, I think not enough voltage, or it might just be max clocks.
Andrew Cruz, $5. Same question. Why not circulate the water directly? It's fine as is.
I think it's something you should try.
We can for sure do that. Whiskey, are you meant to be running SLI? It's a low score. Yeah, we should probably check that, but it wasn't SLI when we started unless there was a driver issue. We'll check. We'll double check. We're mostly doing a CPU right now anyway.
Yeah, I was just kind of testing the CPU.
Just trying to get 5.9 on it. Half Dead 77, $5. Put a water block on my GPU. Does the thermal pad thickness matter? I use 1.5 millimeter thermal grizzly pads. It does. Each block is manufactured with slightly different tolerances. They might be built for 0.5 or 2.0. You can use the wrong size. You don't want to go like too small because then there's obviously no contact. And if you go too big, then you can get some kind of flex in the PCB that just makes me uncomfortable. Yes, it matters is the answer to your question, but not, I mean, if you're off a little bit, it's okay to be off high. I would just not recommend it. Really low. My mic is off?
Not mine.
Oh, okay.
No, it's on.
So what are you working on now, Joe?
Just testing some settings, just kind of. Might just jump up the input. Actually, before I do that, let's save this profile. Go up to 2.4.
What kind of settings you doing?
I just want to put the input voltage a little bit higher.
Okay. Try and get stability.
Yeah, I think mesh might be a little bit of an issue. I don't think I'm going to go... I'll jump it up to 132.
There you go.
Just trying to play a little bit. We don't really have much liquid nitrogen, so I'm trying to go through and see what's going to work. It could also be the paste in between.
Yeah.
A lot of the times after you're benching so long, you'll see from Jay's stream where it just stops working after a while. What that is basically the paste. It's providing a delta basically. So what you see on the pot versus what you're getting underneath on the CPU itself is actually a different temperature range.
Yeah, yeah.
So what you have to do is either heat it up or you got to remount and do everything.
Yeah, and so you were telling me yesterday you don't want to see like positive temperatures reading out on the motherboard if your pot's at -100 or something, right?
Something not happy.
Not booting. Let's see. Adam Schumann, $2, thank you. Bearded Hardware, 2087 subscribers, but that was
Is that a while
30
ago?
minutes ago.
Nice.
He's linked in the description below if you want to check him out. Eric, $5, just find out that ray tracing in Battlefield 5
Ooh.
is working on my 1080 Ti using this command in the game. What's up?
It's kind of doing what, remember when we corrupted the BIOS?
Oh yeah. Well, we do have another BIOS switch, but none of your settings are on there.
No, it's okay. I can copy one. Oh.
Might
Let's
be
see if that
working.
is regular. It seems like it's working now.
So the command was postprocess.screen space ray trace enable true. Definitely interesting. We'll look into it and validate. If you can enable it, doesn't necessarily mean it works, but I will trust that you have actually looked at it to see if it's different, and we'll look into it.
What was that?
Someone's talking about Battlefield 5 ray tracing working
okay.
on Pascal. Pretty interesting.
Probably driver. I'd be specific on what driver he's using.
Yeah, it's a command line entry too. But Johnny Nimble, $10. Has anyone ever done a pressure-regulated LN2 loop with active pumping? I'm sure there are reasons not to do it, but I don't know what they are. Roboclocker is kind of like a closed loop of LN2.
It is exactly that.
Yeah.
But it's actually, instead of you pressing the button, it's doing it for you.
Right.
So if Vince maybe was either the year before or the year before that, he had a one where it was actually pretty cool, where you can actually bench. So you would basically hit a button and it would release liquid nitrogen and go into the system.
Just Computex.
Just like water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at Computex.
We have I have a video on it on our channel. Search the channel for Roboclocker. It's spelled like it sounds. Vince is Kingpin. He makes these LN2 pots. He works for EVGA. He's basically the top overclocker in a lot of the charts right now.
Yeah.
And so he built Roboclocker because he is basically trying to replace himself. And he knows that he's getting old.
Yes.
And he's having trouble lifting the LN2 pot now, the can.
Yeah.
So it's a sad story.
He doesn't want to be the LN2 monkey anymore.
Yeah. We were joking with him that he needs to change his name to just Roboclocker and stop taking credit for it.
That is true.
Really cool though. It is a closed loop. And he could actually reclaim LN2 after it burns off. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's super efficient. So you see how it's just burning off. You can actually capture it in another tank, so you get to last a lot longer.
Andrew Joy, $2. Years ago, saw overclocking liquid helium. Is that a thing? Yes. Roman did it at Computex a couple years ago. He was telling me it's extremely expensive, just like you were telling me a moment ago.
It's like 10 times
the
the
cost
amount for the same. So you get that. I think it's about $3,000 for that thing.
Yeah.
Instead of $300.
So it is a thing, but expensive. PR Captain Planet 150 NT. New content, more like new slacking. They're saying about your channel.
New slacking?
Yep.
Who was that one? Captain Planet?
Yes.
He donates a lot to you, huh? Just to be able to talk about
Just
me.
to talk shit about you.
I love it.
Just give me a stupid name, $5. Why use the dewar at all? Why not fill the thermos directly from the main tank and skip the dewar entirely?
Much harder to do. So like I'm to turn that loop on, you see you have to hold the thing, and to do it, it's just not really
it gets
efficient.
cold too.
And it gets cold. It's hard to work with. It's not. You can do it. There's ways to like loop it around and go, but it's just if you have a bunch of thermoses and like you go like this and you can go through. That's what Vince actually does, like when he does 4-way.
Yeah, right.
And even like 2-way you can do it, but it's just not as
like
efficient.
Stopping a turn and turn off the dial.
Yeah, it's just it's too much work, and you got to be careful too. Like I said before, when you turn that dial, if there's too much pressure in the tank, that thing could flip up and smack you in the face. And it could technically actually kill you.
Right.
So
it's a lot of pressure.
yeah.
Zajox 199. Can you run a quick Cinebench score? Do you even have Cinebench on there?
Of course.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll record it. I don't know if it's stable or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know at this point.
We shall find out.
I should do it bigger. I think it's at like almost 5.8. So
okay.
Let me just get the temps a little bit better.
Do you need more? Oh, you've got a full one right here.
Yeah, I just need to.
So we taken a request, I guess, for Cinebench.
Might as well. It's a good time to do it.
Yeah, towards the ends too. Hardware numbers $10. Just purchased 2 copper mule mugs to use as an LN2 pop for fun. Please send me, like, tweet at us with an update of what you do with it, because I'm really curious. You might have to lap the bottom a bit, but that'd be kind of funny too.
It really would.
Andrew Cruz, $2. In farming, we use LN2 to freeze.
No, input voltage is too low.
You know where
see
that's
it
going.
What?
In farming, we use LN2 to freeze for years. From
in
horses
farming,
and
we
bulls.
use LN2. Yes, I knew that. I'm actually surprised this didn't come up
earlier,
any sooner.
Yeah.
So
well, that's when I was looking at doers and I saw used ones.
Yeah.
And the extra accessories that came with, and you were like,
you
might want to wash that out before you use
want to
it.
clean it out, dude. Yeah, some of the stuff the doers are used for is a little ew.
Yeah.
We'll just put it at that.
Stephen Cole, $5. Hey Steve, how far do you think I can overclock 7900X deloaded on custom water loop with an EVGX 299 Dark?
Is he using liquid metal? Number one.
Yes, deloaded liquid metal.
Oh.
Probably pretty far. You can do like I think you can do like 5. No, not
5
that.
should-
No, like 4, 7.
You can probably do about 5
4,
gig,
7,
depending
4,
on how good the quality of your chip is.
Because I was doing on deloaded with custom loop 7980XE. I had it about 4.849, and this is only 10 cores, so close to 5.
Yeah. You know what it is? I always forget the 10 core. So yeah, you could definitely do at least 5. Maybe on like a super chip, maybe even 5.1. But I wouldn't expect any higher than that. 5 gigs probably a good point that I would be happy with.
Yes. Axios, $20. Thank you very much, Axios. Saw the core memory on the wall in the earlier video. Nicely placed. Thank you. Yes, it is right next to the testing room. Praxta, $2. Got a poster. Good luck, guys. Thank you. We will both sign it if you buy the posters during the stream from store.gamersnexus.net, and we'll send them out to you. All right. So has Cinebench? Nope.
That's
Power
interesting.
cut out, right?
Yeah, I think the pot is actually kind of done.
You think it's filled with water or what?
No, I think the paste underneath. So what I'm going to do is heat up real quick while we still have some LN2.
Yeah, sure.
And basically go back down again.
So just to go over this for people who haven't seen us do this yet, and by us, I mean me. I'm actually doing this right
heat
now.
The pot?
Yeah. So Joe is doing all the work on this. He is going to heat the pot up, and is it fair to say it's sort of like reflowing the thermal paste?
Yeah,
okay.
It's trying to get the thermal paste hot so that way you can flow it down.
So trying to get the thermal paste
it's basically
hotter.
to unfreeze the paste is a good way to explain it.
Are you muted?
I was going to mute it.
Okay, you're not
Am I muted now?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure it was down to stock. I want to keep the system running so that way it's heating from both sides.
Okay, that makes sense. And we're using a cryonaut, Thermal Grizzly cryonaut on there right now. Hell of a beard and hell of a mane of hair. Yes, we're waiting on the superhero drawings.
Seriously, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so
like, it's a bird, it's a plane.
It's super beard. So we got, just to catch everyone up, I had the GPU set to about 190 on the core for the Titan RTXs. So I had both cards 190 offset. That put us about 2150 megahertz. I'd like to get up to 2200 next time when I do this again. Joe probably won't be here for that one, but he'll for sure be coming back. And then did a 1220 megahertz offset on core, which is significantly better than our pre-CES numbers. Joe, you've been doing all the CPU work here. I won't take any credit for that. So you're at almost 5.9 on the CPU, I think. Yeah. And then mesh 36, something like that. 35, 37, 37 mesh now.
Oh no, we're at 291.
Yeah, 291 degrees Celsius
Yeah,
according to BIOS is not correct. Oh wow, a lot of store orders. Mohammed from Michigan picked up a video card component poster for the sign during the store and 2 of the copy ones. Thank you, Mohammed. We got Pierce from Texas picked up some components posters. We had Jason from Illinois picked up a Cobalt Teardown Blue beer glass from us. Thank you for that. Always great to see the love for those. How's your temperature, your socket temperature?
Good now. About 30 C.
30 C.
Now we're gonna dump it again.
Mic or what? What's that mean?
Their mic's in reverse. Or flip the mic back on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on now? Oh, see. Whoops. That's a cool photo, actually. Every
Yeah.
time you heat it up and you go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
I think. So, Prax got that one. White Zero, $5. Has Joe ever been burned by LN2?
Yeah. Many times, actually, just from stupid stuff. Just so if you're pouring a lot of pots and you see like what we do here,
Yeah.
you take it to a different level. Say if you have 3 pots and you're doing it by yourself. I've poured it on. I've had like big burns, like
Blisters, right?
blisters. It's kind of like if you ever got burnt by like fire, it's very, very similar. It stings.
Well, I don't think your skin doesn't really know the difference. It's
Yeah,
like, it feels the same.
It pretty much it almost feels a little bit worse, to be honest, because it's almost you got to figure if it's freezing, it's basically like instant.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, pain for one.
Yeah, it's definitely just instant pain. But I was looking for that
like
one
a
where
flash freeze or something.
you know when people like lose their toes and stuff when they're out
Oh,
in the winter. What is that called? Frostbite.
Frostbite. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like frost. It's definitely a frost bite and chew.
Right. Yeah.
Like it definitely sucks.
Where do I go? Sagar Gupta, $40. Thank you. Where do I go to learn about overclocking? Well,
My channel.
Bearded Hardware.
Bearded
for one.
Hardware.
Subscribe below. I'll give you some other suggestions. We do some some overclocking. I mostly do it on air, by which I mean water, just not exotic.
Well, most people think like that's kind of how you get into overclocking in general. You have to do it on air and water, and I would suggest you do that before you even use liquid nitrogen.
Yes.
Because otherwise, you're just going to fail all the time.
Yeah, and it's frustrating, but as long as you start within reason, like on air,
Yeah.
you can learn quickly and it's fun. And
Yeah, because with LN2, you're increasing cold, but you're also increasing your variables of things that can happen.
For sure.
So,
and then you could also go to Actually Hardcore Overclocking, Buildzoid. He does some contract work for us. Great content maker. Der Bauer on YouTube. D-E-R Oct, A-U-E-R for Der Bauer. And there's others too, but those would be some of my
those are the main
top
ones.
choices, yeah, for sure. That's what is Der Bauer at home right now, sitting behind his desk, looking at your overclock, going, Sehr gut, Stepongzi, aber ich habe etwas Besseres machen.
That's great. I love it. See, now I gotta learn German.
Just to
screw it, Roman.
well, that's basically the only reason I use what I learned.
Well, didn't you take it in high school or something?
Yes, yeah.
See, that you
5
were trained
semester-
in high school to mess with Devourer today.
I started early.
Yeah.
I knew it would happen. We are almost empty here.
Almost. Yeah, it's getting low. We're gonna have to try some. We're at minus 50, so let's go back and set the clocks again. Oops. Low profile.
This one's not completely full, but I'm gonna ration this a bit. What is chat saying? You burn stuff and you learn. Frost and gnaw, someone says.
Say frost and nos. Frost and nos.
Frost and gnaw, G-N-A-W.
No, I get that a lot actually. People will be like, "Oh, nos." They always say nitrous.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
nitrogen. They always confuse that. It's pretty funny. I always get a kick out of it.
Why not pour LN2 into the GPU loop? We are not set up for it. It is set up for water right now.
Yeah, to be honest, we don't really have enough liquid nitrogen to be able to do it. Because you'll go through liquid nitrogen with 3 pots. We're just doing 1 now.
And we're almost out.
Yeah, and we're pretty much out. So if you had 3, you'd go through way quicker.
Right. I love you speaking German.
It's funny.
That German is cringe out of 10. Thank you. Darn good German. Well, we've got mixed opinions apparently. I'm going to assume the one saying darn good
Just go with the good
speak
ones.
about the same level as I do. Like a toddler. We should benchmark in the Midwest. Apparently it's freezing right now. Is that the Mary Fox? Mary Fox, shall I call Der Bauer and get him in here?
Call him up.
Call him up, do it. Tell him to call me.
Send him the memo.
I don't know if he has my number.
He's probably
I try not
messaging
to
me.
give it out to just anybody, you know.
What, your number?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
don't
it's special?
know. Yeah.
Special ed?
not like Roman. Poor Roman.
Poor Roman. Oh, dude. I think we're... Dunsky.
Dunsky.
Yeah, it's not.
That German voice.
You gotta find out the word for Dunsky, or the equivalent in German.
Dunsky.
Because I know if you said it in
Gatan-
that German
Gatan?
way, that would be awesome.
Gatan, maybe? I don't remember. Done. Gemacht. Gatan.
Yeah, I think we probably might have water in the socket.
Okay.
That's good. It's definitely Dunsky.
F for the lid. Oh yeah, thanks. I mean, whatever. It's empty. Empty anyway, but so that's why they've been saying F is for the lid.
Oh, is that what it really for the lid?
Yeah.
This whole time was that? Everybody's a critic.
Yeah, I mean, that's YouTube. Welcome.
Welcome to the world of YouTube.
Yeah, it's. I know you're used to this from doing what you do all these years, but like, if you ever get into YouTube, there's this curve of like, wow, the comments are really great. I love this. To like, you guys suck. To man, they're pretty balanced now. I'm liking it. To then it's like, okay, it's time to only read like the first hour of comments and then stop. Mic's
Mine?
off.
Yeah,
Got a store order from Ian. Picked
done.
up a components poster. You think it's done?
yeah.
Thank you for picking that up. We'll go through super chats here as well to close them out. Probably don't send too many more in because I do have to catch up. Why don't you want to talk about how you know it's done?
How do I know it's done?
Yeah.
Well, every time we go into OS, it blows up. We
Oh,
get that
okay.
blue screen of death.
Is that normally why?
Huh? Is that normally what?
You're like, what?
What? What?
I thought overclocking was about getting the fastest blue screen. That's what Kingpin did when I was with him.
The fastest blue screen?
Yeah. He was pretty fast.
It's like instant.
Oh, yeah. With the roboclocker sabotaging him.
Oh, man.
I think this is positioned right at my face.
Yeah. Well, I
The
think...
torch.
Yeah, right?
Don't want a Michael Jackson hair moment.
Actually, I need a Red Bull real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Bull.
Actually, yeah. Hit F12. Hold on.
There's nothing in that LN2 pot, but I guess that's intentional, right?
Yeah, we don't need to heat it up. I have a feeling there's water in the socket somehow. So you got to figure, we've been benching for a long period of time.
Yes, and also all yesterday.
A lot of the times we don't, I try not to bench this long in general. I always try to basically heat it up and make sure, because you don't want to kill your components.
Right.
It's, to be honest, it sucks when you do it. It's like the worst thing. You'll have like one of the best CPUs in the world and all of a sudden, Dunsky. You're basically, I've probably dropped a few tears. All right, let's see.
That is what Roman said.
What's that? Oh, that I killed?
Rip CPU
That's right.
when Joe is involved.
Hey, don't
Or,
worry.
you know, Roman.
Or if Roman touches the CPU, he's killed Threadripper, killed pretty much every one of
Epic,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
9980 XE.
You're talking smack about me. I see how it is. I remember that. I don't know if anybody knows, but he has a GTR. No. Actually, I had a GTR too. They're actually pretty cool cars.
Yes, Roman. Roman can kill him because he can go to Käskin and say, Bitte, bitte, eins mehr, bitte. Nur eins mehr.
Have you ever been over there? Have you ever got the tour of the
I have not
Käskin?
been to Käskin.
It's actually a pretty cool place.
I got to meet a lot of them, though. They're great people.
They are definitely great people. They're one of my favorites. For sure.
So we got some normal chats.
Beer ski. I need a beer ski.
Beer ski. Great effort, guys. Post some scores and specs when you're done. I'll post the specs for sure. We'll do a recap video and talk about what we went through here today. So there will be a shorter recap. Joe's channel update, past 2K.
Let's say back at 2K. Did it go?
Yeah, it dropped for a second. It was probably YouTube. So when you get a big spike of subs.
They go through and double check or something?
Yeah, but also it's just not fully accurate, the real-time counter. It's not really accurate till tomorrow. It's more, more of a prediction.
Oh, more of a prediction.
Same for real-time views. It's kind of inaccurate. Oh, their GTR.
What?
Oh, the GTR, they're saying.
Oh, the GTR. I don't know if I was supposed to say it, but gotta bring it
I mean,
up.
it's his profile picture. So.
It's gotta be his profile picture.
There's German. German. There's the German. There's Roman.
Where's German?
Der Bauer. His name is now German.
Where is he? I don't see him.
Der Bauer. Roman right there. We'll invite you guys over to us. I'd be happy to tour. I'm sure you would be too.
Well, I was over there
Kingston?
for a little bit. I was in the winter. I want to go in the summer more than anything. It's an awesome place. It's very, 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 very cool. I don't know if you guys know what Case King is.
It's like a warehouse or what?
Well, they're like a whole different place to.
Roman's got a pretty cool lab over there.
Oh yeah, I got to visit his lab. It was very cool. He's got a bunch of cool goodies and things all over. I mean, most of it, that's probably the definition of hardware porn, to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually.
Roman does good work. Mr. Der Bauer, he is in chat. If you guys don't know who he is, subscribe to him as well. So you think it's Dunsky still?
Well, we'll see. I'm just, I went back at default. Don't know if it's a setting.
Where were we? So successfully, where have we been? We've successfully benched like 5.8.
About 5/8 on the CPU.
5860 or something?
Yeah, well, I think it was like, I think we did about 58, and then we pushed it again, and then it failed.
Okay.
So,
so about a 101 BCLK and a 57.
It was a 57
multiplier.
clock, 101 on the B clock. I think that one was 36 on mesh. The voltages were about 2.4 on input, about 156 to 158 on the CPU voltage, and then I think mesh was about 1.32, and then I think that's about it.
Cool.
But I mean, it's pretty solid actually.
Yeah, not bad.
To be honest, I think if you lap that, you'd probably do better.
Yeah, it's not lapped. It's got like a 40 delta core to core.
Yeah.
I'm involved, so you've educated everyone that means that it's my fault.
Oh yes.
And even though I haven't touched the
You're
mouse
learning.
for 15 minutes. Chad McKean, update on the smaller medium mod mats. Yeah, the mediums are actually on the way to us, so they're made.
How big is the medium compared to this one?
It is half the size of this. It's
That's a cool. That's
32
a good
by
one.
16. Yeah.
I must say these are pretty cool.
I'll give you one to take home if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take one.
32 by 16 for the new one.
Should I get an autographed one? I think so.
Just so you can make fun of me while I sign.
Yes. just for that. Come on, we're gonna be signing stuff, so you might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well do it.
Invite the Bauer, damn it. He's welcome to come over. He's going to. Roman's going to be over here at some point for another show or something, I'm sure. So he definitely.
Well, what's the next big PC show? Is it PAX East?
Computex. PAX East, I doubt he's going to be there. It's more of like a gaming thing.
Oh, it's more of a gaming one, right?
Yeah.
So probably Computex. I think most of us are going to be at Computex.
Oh, yeah. We'll do videos. Everyone
Yeah.
will be together there. Yeah.
We'll definitely have to.
Meet up at G-Skill or something.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know I do have to do a lot for the G-Skill competition this year. That's one of the biggest OC events. Someone needs. I think you should probably provide some coverage on that.
We can do that, yeah.
Or we do, because I do a lot of the judging there, so it's going to be a lot of work for me. But
Right.
It's a great event, and if you're into extreme overclocking, it's one of the hardest events for memory
It's got
clocking.
cash prizes too, right?
The cash prize, I think 10K cash, like.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty. It's a grueling contest too, and we're gonna change up some things, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. So even if you want to, you can actually join it. There'll be an online qualifier on HWBot. So we're in the works now. Probably within the next month, we'll provide a bunch of notifications.
cool.
You'll
Yeah,
see it on
we'll-
my
we'll
channel
cover
anyway.
it.
I'll be providing coverage on it on the online qualifier, and
Right.
then the actual live qualifier.
So
in
what's
Computex.
status of this right now? Done? You think it needs to be
Yeah,
dried out?
I think it needs to be dried out.
Do you want to like go through unmounting the pot and show everyone kind of like that process, or you want to leave it on there?
You can. I don't recommend, like, when you're heating up and stuff, you should always pull out the pot and dry. See, we're at -23, but I put it back to stock clock. So
Right.
it's probably nothing's really going to happen to it. It's just when you start seeing funky things happen. So remember what I said before about, like, you're overclocking on water, you have certain variables. Well, on liquid nitrogen, you want to kind of limit your variables. So you want to make sure everything's running on air, water, and that way you don't introduce any more variables. So, because when you put liquid nitrogen, all of a sudden the weirdest things will start happening. You'll have water that maybe creeped into like one of the memory slots or into the CPU itself, and things like it will run default, but as soon as you start pushing it, it fails, and then you'll start like ripping all the beard hair out.
Yeah, right.
You see beard hair everywhere and going going so
that's a common symptom.
Yeah.
If you see beard hair everywhere for more than 4 hours,
I failed.
consult your doctor.
F.
Der Bauer says, Steve and me already discussed that I will come over to GN. Yes, I think that's what we should get Roman over here. We get you up here too.
Oh, great, I'll come
Get
up.
Roman over here, and we'll do a Rip Der Bauer stream, and he will host it.
That would be even better.
We'll make Der Bauer rip himself under my account name.
I love that.
Because he just has no competition, so he has to make it in, other than Kingpin.
Well,
But
if I had cards, I would.
yeah,
If you give me your
it's
cards.
pretty hard to beat that, you know.
Yeah.
Working at EVGA. Let's go through. So we're going to cut off the super chats here, 3:57 as per the clock on the computer. And I'm just going to read through. We've got about 30 minutes worth of messages. I don't think it'll take more than 10 minutes to go through.
That's okay.
So we're going to
More
go through all the
questions, the
super
better.
chats. Yeah. If you, I'll give you like another 3-minute window if you have a question, hopefully overclocking related, because Joe's an expert. We have him here. If you have an OC question, please post it. And if for some reason I miss it, we're going to do a video after, I think, and just talk about some basics.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity for you to learn from someone who's been doing it for like a decade.
Yeah.
So,
Too long. No.
Jan Soderqvist, $5. Greetings from Finland, from a fellow bearded dude. Keep up the great work, guys.
Love beards.
Thank you. Richard Dallin, $3. What's the best 2-slot 2080 for air cooling SLI build? 2 slots hard, but there aren't many of them. I can't even think of the names of them right now.
Either.
I can't think of they're like the Strix is 2.8, XE Ultra's 2.8. I think there's an XC2. I don't know if it's out yet. But there's like an XC2 or something that's going to be 2-slot. 2080s are pretty hot though, so it's a little challenging. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer. I haven't memorized them all, and every single one we have is like 3 slots.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you could always water cool it, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Then you can go down to 1 slot if you want.
Yeah.
Faf about 99. Have you guys seen the 2700X on LN2 got 6 gigahertz? Any thoughts on doing a 2950X LN2 or similar in the future? What are your thoughts on AMD LN2 overclocking?
Well, they slack really bad right now, but the new ones that are probably coming is going to be obviously they're supposed to be better, from what I hear.
You think for overclocking as well, not just for stock?
Well, it is still. I mean, it's cheap overclocking. I mean, you're getting budget overclocking. If you ever want to get into learning, because you don't want to just go buy a 9080X for $2,000 and then kill the chip. You're gonna learn in OC that things die, and you got to get used to it pretty quick. So. Ryzen with overclocking, it's going to be, you're going to do less than on an Intel chip, but for the budget, it's actually pretty much killer. And now that supposedly the newer ones are coming out, I've only expected to get better. Usually, as the process matures, they usually get better.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's kind of an exciting time, especially for overclocking. So.
It's going to be AMD, I think, will kind of own the show at Computex, but we'll see.
Well,
See
that's
what
kind
NVIDIA
of
does, right? Not Intel.
That's what everybody's kind of thinking as far as what's going to be the big one at Computex. So.
Clifton Ward, $3. Thoughts on Stevie Ray Vaughan? Love the stream. Stevie Ray Vaughan's good.
Yes,
Parts of all,
love Stevie.
$5. Good personal friend of yours, Stevie Ray Vaughan?
No, I just listen. It's good.
Ice Swallow hair item. Okay. I don't know what that means.
I swallow.
Oh, okay, just stop. Don't read the rest of the.
Yeah.
I understand it now.
Yeah, I got it. That's why I didn't finish.
Front Seat Racing, SEK20. Thank you. Bastards. Chris Barnes, $5. Will either of you be interested in seeing how the Ryzen 3000 series, I think we just answered that, OC is on LN2.
Oh, that's the one
We can try it out. I mean, I'll have them, so if you don't have them, you can come up, or I'm sure if
Yeah,
you,
I don't have them, so I'd come up and play.
Yeah, we'll get them. Daniel Cassidy, $2. Grab the poster, thank you. We'll sign that. Glad to see the RIP competition. It will continue. Techno Creeper, $4.99. Oh, goddamn, scrolled up. You see that? That's
Yeah,
what
I
deal
saw
with.
that. It just moved.
How is the Mod Map Mini going? Any reason my Red Devil gets to 85 degrees Celsius other than the fact that it needs some cryonaut? Medium Mod Mat is on its way here, and I haven't pre-listed it for pre-orders or anything. We're going to quality check them. I'll look through personally a whole bunch of them, and then we'll list it. Red Devil, 85 degrees. I mean, Vega is kind of hot, and you could maybe tune the fan curve a bit.
Well,
Repasting
maybe go to water. Yeah,
go to water.
Here's the thing. So even with any GPU you buy, I highly recommend ripping the cooler off and replacing paste. I've seen some of the crappiest from the manufacturers, the crappiest paste jobs. So like my de facto standard, when I go through a video card, the first thing I do, even most of the time before usually what you should do is test it, make sure it works first, then pull off the cover and replace paste. Just do it. You'll see dramatic results from it. So.
Yeah, and we had a Red Dragon card that was, or Red Devil, that when I pulled the cooler off, the paste was not contacting the HPM. Like there was zero contact to the HPM.
No, I don't know what the manufacturers do, but I've seen it pretty much from every manufacturer. The paste application is just terrible. So I've even done it, even when I had some like Titan V's, I took them off.
A lot of people don't know that those cards are assembled by hand too. A lot of almost all video cards. Dante Armoros Tech, $2. Bearded Barbarian and Tech Jesus, LN2 Disaster. Well,
You're welcome.
Airgas was the LN2 Disaster this time.
For real.
Ryan, $5. Do you see NVIDIA dropping a GTX 1880 Ti, non-2080 Ti that is actually affordable for the 99%? I don't think so. I think we'll see 16, and I think it's going to stop there. I think for the rest, you're going to have 2070, 80, and 80 Ti, because the stack is already so dense.
Yeah, I don't see a reason. Like, but you never know sometimes. But
I mean, maybe if the 27 sells horribly, but because if they do, an 1880 Ti would have to be the price of a 2080, and then that kills the 2080. So like,
yeah, I don't know, because even with AMD's new stuff that came out, I just don't see.
They're not under a ton of pressure other than from themselves right now.
Yeah, it's all about, that's pretty much AMD's fault if you ask me, but I don't know.
Well, and Jensen's not really helping things either.
Yeah.
Mr. It Just Works. Asteroid SEK, that's he said it like 44 times during the CES stream. It just works. It does not just work. Asteroid SEK20, is there a scene for OCing older and cheaper hardware?
Hell yeah. No, seriously, actually, this is a huge thing, especially on HWBot, when as far as to be honest, if you want to get into overclocking, there's nothing better than buying old hardware, because you'll feel way better about yourself and be able to sleep at night because you only spend a certain amount of money and you killed stuff. So, to be honest, a lot of people do it. It's kind of a, I don't know what the word is for it. It's like its own category, division. Yeah, people are like really sick into it. Like you got guys that, even though, to be honest, it's actually not even, on some specific components, it can actually be even more expensive than newer components because they're so highly limited on what you can get. But the trick is to really find kind of the niche of what's cheap, like how the X79 CPUs and stuff like that. I'm not so sure on that.
They're definitely a bit cheaper than, for sure, than the modern stuff.
But yeah, that's a great question. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, it's you don't have to start here either. You guys have seen me do the streams without any LN2, and then we graduated to water and then to ice, and it's a lot of fun. You can step through it gradually. JP Stone, $5. Have either of you XOC'd Ryzen? If not, would you? Love GN, you have the best merch. Thank you. I don't know how I built PCs without my mod mat. While you're plugging it for me, store.gamersnexus.net if you want to pick them up. They'll ship next week or end of this week. Have you XOC'd Ryzen?
I haven't even touched Ryzen, to be honest.
Okay. That
doesn't mean I won't, though.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's not a comment against Ryzen. Just
no.
Haven't
It's just
done it.
I haven't done it. Well, the Intel stuff clocks very well, and I have a certain amount of budgeted time that I can donate to it. So, but that I'm definitely not against it.
You already know it too. It's a bit different to overclock Ryzen.
Yeah, it's not. It's since I bench a lot. Intel's been the leader for a while now, so a lot of the overclockers are more used to it.
And before anyone gets really upset about that, we're just talking overclocking. We're not saying like Ryzen obviously has tremendous value in the places it does.
Well, the value is killer if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely not against it.
But we can look into XOC and Ryzen maybe with the new generation. Kyle Knight, $5. What CPU are you running today? 9980XE. Harrison Even, $4.99. We're almost to the end here. Trying to set up an M2 RAID 0 on my MSI X399 board since TR uses 2 dies. Do I have to do anything specific to make it work? I don't think so, but
Hold on.
I have
trying to set up an M2 RAID 0 on my board.
Yeah.
Since TR uses 2 dies, do I have to do anything? Why would you have to make anything work?
I understand.
M2
Well,
rig.
like I guess I/O is split off a bit versus a monolithic die, but I don't know. I don't
Maybe I have
think
to read up on some AMD stuff, huh? But
Yeah, I mean, I don't do anything with storage, so I don't know, but I don't think so. Chat, I'm sure chat, please jump in and let
that's a
Harrison
curious
know.
question. I'm gonna probably look into that on my own time too.
Roman's done a video on that too. Kyle Need, $5. Could you review the Corsair 450D? Love to see where it stacks up on the Airflow focused PC cases. No current plans, especially if it's not brand new. But we have a lot of cases on there. You can probably kind of figure it out based on what it's similar to. Jim Hurley, $10. No message, thank you. We only have a few more here, and then we'll kind of start closing out. MCP 199, how far can a 9700K with Asus Z390 Prime and H115i go? I think, depending on chip quality, you get it to like 5.1 or something for sure. That's
Yeah,
a 280 millimeter CLC.
With
so.
the H115, probably. Yeah, I would say it depends because what 9700K is no hyper-threading, so you're going to be cooler.
Yeah.
You're talking soldered. So 5.1, it depends on the quality of chip, but 5 gig would definitely, on a better chip, anywhere from 5.1 to 5.2.
And we had a 280 CLC on ours at 5.1, 5.2, no issues.
And that's daily, that's not just overclocking. Maybe if you want to bench like R15, you could probably hit 5.3 or 5.4.
Right.
Even 9900K, so we'll hit that.
Wishbone, $2. Please buy the obsessive underwear for Jay and Der Acht.
The obsessive underwear? Do I even want to know this? I'm kind of scared, to be honest.
In our news video, we had a scrolling shot of a website, and one of the ads was like, men are obsessed with this underwear.
Oh,
and
I
everybody
see 'em,
looked at
yeah.
the ad while it scrolled by.
Yeah, there's some creepy ones. I see them all over.
Noel
I get it.
DC, 500, I don't know if that's EN. Thanks for keeping me company while I pull an all-nighter. Well, thank you for joining us while we
Awesome.
pulled basically an all-nighter because we were up all night last night and then trying to get it to work. And
Yes.
it was very challenging to get it to the system working. Sergeant Zeta, we only have 2 left here, $5. Have a 7800X and ASRock OC formula. Someone offered to trade me their extra dark. Is it worth tearing a loop apart for the dark?
Both are good boards, I think. It really depends on what you want to do. I think Dark has some features for a daily that's a little bit better. But the OC formula is actually, I've broken a bunch of records on that with that board, so I can't really say anything bad about it. It's a great board.
Fully capable.
It's one of my favorite boards, to be honest, and so is the Dark. So to be honest, you're good with both of them.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on, do you want to put the effort in?
Yeah, I think that what it comes down to is maybe like, I think that, does the Dark come with Wi-Fi or anything like that?
I don't
remember
think
if
so.
it does.
It's got a spot for it. I don't know if it has
Yeah,
it.
I think certain features. I think it's really going to be if one board has better features. That's pretty much what
Right.
So.
Last one, Damic, $5. I want to start water cooling. Do you have a brand recommendation for the 9700K? Closed loop's easy. They're all pretty much the same by Asetek. There are a couple new ones, like Coolit's made some for Corsair, the Platinum series, I think it's called.
Oh.
And so that's easy. Buy what you think looks good, check our charts, see what performs best, and buy that one. But open loop, I mean, I know, I don't want to speak for Jay, but Jay has a lot of recommendations. He's the definitive expert in YouTube space on water cooling open loop. Do you have any thoughts? I mean, do you work with water cooling at all regularly?
Well, I do work in a lot, but
Yeah.
it's, I mean,
But it's just like throw a loop together for benching.
I'll throw a loop, but I usually take one part from here, one part from
Yeah.
here, so I'll take a pump from here. I'm going to actually be getting into a lot of that, going through different vendors and doing some of that too, so you'll see some info on that, but at this moment I don't have too much to say to it.
I know that I did a video with Jay on the channel. Search for Jay's 2 cents, like his name, full one word, and find our videos. We have a great video with him outside of LTX, Linus's Expo. I spoke with him for like 20 minutes about that exact question. What are your recommendations? What kind of issues do I run into with these? And really good content for that, and he's the expert. So for open loop, we kind of use whatever we're given for the most part, but I have not had any issues with, like EK's dual DDC is a great pump. It's noisy, but it's good for pushing long distances.
I've used that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then
It's quite amazing. Isn't that the one you're using
yes,
now, right?
well, it's pushing water through a gigantic radiator, up a hill, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's quite an impressive pump, actually.
Watercool, the company, makes some really good stuff, like the Mora, but it is expensive.
Yeah, but you pay for what you get on that thing. That thing is very impressive.
What
I
you need
almost
is-
want to throw it on a turbo car.
Yeah.
Do a water-to-air setup for a turbocharger.
So what's
That'd be awesome.
What's chat saying here? Anything? Roman says, I remember Steve saying the comments will downgrade. The comments will downgrade at a certain point. I think when I heard underwear, it was the time to hit the X.
That's a good one, bro.
He's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, like I said, if you buy a poster during the stream, we're about to end here. But if you buy one during the stream before it ends, we'll sign it. Both of us send it out. I don't know how many there are to sign. We'll find out.
Kind of scared.
And thank you for the store purchases, for the super chats and everything, kickstarting Bearded Hardware.
Much appreciated here, and obviously you'll see me at Bearded Hardware.
And link below to subscribe to him. We'll do more. You're only in Florida; it's not too far, so we'll do more videos together too.
Definitely. And I appreciate you having me on too.
Absolutely, thank you for joining. And then thank you to all of you who picked stuff up. I don't know if you have more questions. We'll do like a stream recap. Maybe we might do a short video. Joe might do a video for his channel.
Yeah.
So you'll have more to watch.
Yeah, lots to do.
So thank you all for watching. Let's just for anyone who skipped to the very end, let's recap what we got on the CPU. So about 5.8 gigahertz before it died.
About 5.8.
And the CPU is still functional, but the overclock died because I think the pot's got water in it or something like that.
I think the CPU probably has a little bit of water in it.
Yeah, so we'll do it again later. But about 5.8. Memory we never talked about. It's at like 3800 and CL.
3800 CL1212.
Which is really good timings.
And 240 on TRFC.
Right.
There's some basic timings. I think the RTLs are like 53. So.
And then Titan RTX is, I had it offset 190 core, so it was about 2150 megahertz. And memory was offset by 1220. And I have some more work to do there. So, yeah, so great stream. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. We had a lot of fun. And check out Joe, link in the description. We'll see you all next time.